Hello, everyone. Sorry that took a little bit longer than I expected, but, well, the good news is that we figured out it's not a problem with Birdie's headset.
The bad news is we have no idea what the problem is.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
The season's not open yet? I thought it opened today.
It's next week.
Oh,
Yeah,
next week.
Thursday.
The good news is it... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, nice shield, Jon Snow.
The good news is it starts... Season 12 starts at 7 p.m. our time.
Sweet.
Nice. So it kind of works out for us then. Oh my god. Foof, calm down.
Is that a kitty?
All of a sudden, I just hear like scrabble across the freaking hallway. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Anywho.
That's foof.
And Sam is, of course, completely enveloping the router in her warmth. And she's absorbing its warmth. So, you know, nice symbiotic thing going on.
Because warm.
Yeah, there you go.
And I have wine.
Nice. We're going to have dinner, and then we're going to have more Halloween candy.
Candy.
I had to go to Target to get some dishwasher tabs, and all their Halloween candy was 50% off, including the orange colored Reese's peanut butter pumpkins.
Hi, Kinchi. You're on time today.
Hi, Kinchi.
Alright, I have to go. Speaking of dinner, I have to go chase dinner. Hold on one second.
I'm
Oh, right.
finishing mine right now. Nice stream. I'm starting off with finishing my dinner and doing nothing else.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little dinner break in the middle of everything.
Yeah. Best stream ever.
Oh yeah.
And Poof is still yelling. Meow. What is your problem? Meow? Meow? Meow?
I think live streams are always improved with cats.
I just wish this mic would pick him up.
Oh, I can hear him.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
That little meow.
Meow.
Oh, he's like right here. Hey.
Hey, Addie, can you do me a favor and pop us in so I can... I need to do some inventory management.
This is my dinner.
Not all food is for kitty.
All three of them are fucking staring at me all up in my face.
All food is for kitty, even food that is not for kitty.
And dog, and other kitty.
Alright.
Foof literally just looked at Sam and she hissed at him. He's just sitting here, and he looks, and she's like, eye contact!
Okay.
Mad. Oh, she's growling now.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's that like. Tam, it's okay. She's like, yeah, whatever. I don't believe you. Oh god, she's like, I mean, I've told you before, she's so small. Like, she's such a tiny cat, but she's growling at him with this deep, really like just fucking terrifying growl. Like, where is that even coming from? Where do you hide that growl motor? And her ears right now. She's so pissed. And he's like a foot and a half away from her. And not even interested. She's just like... She did it again.
He's a very serious kitty.
Oh, calm down, Sam. You're fine. I wonder if I can... Nah, she'll get all calm when I go close to her. I won't be able to get it on the mic. Yeah, now she's acting like nothing happened.
Bless her.
Yeah. She's like, it's fine, Mom. I'm fine.
I'm fine. He's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's fair. Okay. Let's see. What can I put on here that's better than what I've got?
Wait, hold on. My desk is super messy, so forgive me, but...
Oh, so yeah, we're probably, like, I'm gonna try to do some more, official changes as we go forward, just because I'm on that kick and I want to learn how to do it. So I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is, try to build, like, an intro thing.
Fancy.
Yeah.
So fucking fancy. Are we gonna have a theme song?
Yeah, I want to take a look through some of the free stuff that's on YouTube right now, because they've got a huge bank of royalty-free music that you can use for anything. But that way, you know, we don't get flagged for copyright.
Yeah, that would be nice. If anyone's curious about the totally bizarre showdown of Foof being totally not interested in Sam Sam, and Sam is being like, fuck, right off, this is my router.
Precious babies.
Yeah.
You're such babies.
On a messy, messy, messy desk.
Desks are supposed to be messy. Let's see. Do we want the shrines and pylons spawning an enemy champion?
Sure, if we end up
Alright.
doing some rifts, we're definitely gonna want that. So.
Yeah. Just trying to see what else I can throw on this to maybe give me a little bit more damage.
Oh my god.
Maybe I should choose the Spalders of Zakara.
Which one do?
Your items become indestructible.
I might have a bad plan for you.
It might be something worth cubing and putting on as a passive, so you save some gold.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying.
You're so fired.
I'm totally fired.
Oh my god, Addie. Last night, Duck played the Dragon Ball, whatever it is, game.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Right, yes.
Yes, they had their play date, and oh my god, I've never seen two people have more fun, especially one getting the shit kicked out of him by the other one.
For the record, that was me.
We're shocked. Admittedly, like, there was about a 50 level span of difference, so you know it was definitely not an honest ass kicking, but and then he did take you did beat him twice.
Yeah, but
So how many duck deaths are we talking though?
well, oh Jesus,
I think the shortest match was 33 seconds.
yeah.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah, we definitely didn't average that one in on the duck death data counter.
Oh my god, she's growling again. I'm like, why the fuck is the desk vibrating? I thought it was my phone. It's Sam growling. She's serious, and he's not looking at her. Like, they're in literally the same position. But every time his head starts kind of turning towards her, she gets all pissy. And you saw how far apart they are. What the hell, Sam? Calm down.
Let's see. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. A lot of these are not helpful. Okay. Oh yeah, how many? Okay. So, what do we want to do tonight? Shall we go more mat farming, or should we try to do some grifts? Or some regular rifts?
I'm honestly good on mats right now. I've milled through everything in my stash. I mean, but I don't really care. But I'm not in need of mats really anymore.
I'm fine with doing some rifts because we haven't done that in a little while.
Oh, you know, it might be incredibly helpful if I check to see if my... Let's see, is the counter working tonight? I think I kept it live.
It's on the screen that I'm looking at.
Yeah,
What's on what screen?
the death counter. Okay,
Oh, yes, yeah, I see a big red 0.
Yeah, my hotkey, however, is not working, so let me fire that up. I didn't want the help. Alright, let's see.
BRB dinner stuff.
There it goes. Now that that's active... Yes, there we go. Okay, Kinchi, you're trying to download Discord over mobile? I'm so sorry.
Discord on mobile is not bad. What are you talking about?
No, Discord to the computer through mobile data.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, like tethering the phone. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Damn. Okay, let's see. Blessed Hammer, Limitless, increased damage area of effect. I am actually... Well, that increases the damage. I don't know if that's gonna... I don't know if I need to keep that on there. Increased duration... Yeah, that tethering stuff I've never had a good experience with, Kinchi.
I've generally had an okay time, but like I mean, I didn't really do it to download stuff, to be honest. I did it just to like get on Skype and Discord and stuff on my laptop, but
I return.
is that a hush? Yay, there's a hush. And it looks like there's an arcane, but arcane hasn't said anything yet.
Might also be on mobile.
Yeah, might just be lurking.
In fact, I think she probably is, because I think she's dog sitting for a wild lawless, who's currently presenting at a cystic fibrosis conference.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty rare. They don't usually invite people with cystic fibrosis to the conferences, but he is also a scientist with a master's degree, and so so he's actually contributing. But like he sent us a picture earlier today, and he had on his mask and his gloves that made me freak out about Firefly.
Yeah, he looks like the 2x2 hands of blue people.
I only watched Firefly once, so I don't.
All right,
remember
Firefly's kind of not your thing.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah. It's not. I didn't hate it. It didn't hit me the way it seems to have hit a lot of people, and I had a lot of issues with it that were not things that I could really get past to fully enjoy it. So, I mean, like, I get, why there's enthusiasm for it or whatever. I mean, I own the series on DVD, but
Yeah.
That's fair.
yeah. Because I am a humorless bastard. Except when I'm not. Okay, are we gonna do a rift or?
I'm good with rifting.
Yeah.
Because we're just like blah 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 blah, and then I realize we're not actually doing anything. So that might help. Oh, I got some really cool Raven wings in Rift today.
Oh, yeah?
So now I've changed my outfit again from that bloody doctor thing, bloody doctor thing to, I guess, like a black winged angel type thing with very little clothing, because that's how I do. Oh my god.
Alright, I can't actually kill things.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, you could poke at them, distract them a little.
I know, but I was being dumb and like running ahead and like, oh, I can no, I can't.
Whee!
Yeah, I never really understood like the insane enthusiasm for that show. Like people got really like, I mean, the fact that that whole movie got made because people were just fucking psycho about it. I'm just like, I don't know why people thought it was that good. And maybe that was part of what colored my reading of it. Like when I was watching it, I was kind of expecting something different, I guess. I don't know.
Hi, kitty cat.
Hey, kitty cat. Yeah, like I saw it sight unseen. Like I actually had just gone through a really atrocious breakup, and a friend of mine like let me hang around for about a week moping, and then he was finally like, nope, you know what, we're gonna distract you, and we marathoned the one season that there is.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of my recollection of it, because I was just it was definitely something that sort of helped snap me to, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I didn't have it hyped for
Oh.
me.
Yeah, that would probably have made a difference for me. I mean, and like I said, there are definitely characters that I enjoyed and elements of the story that I really enjoyed, but it's like, I guess I happened to watch it not only with the hype, but also like I was developing a particular critical eye at the time. And it came at a time for me where obviously
Shit.
that did not translate well as in the show.
Yeah, I think I probably would be less favorable to it now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I really honestly didn't watch much television besides like your ye old crime procedural.
Yeah.
Cat, just for reference, we are talking about Firefly, the series, and Serenity, the movie. Just wanted to...
We're actually going to be rewatching it soon for our movie night, like some episodes, because all of us are like, I haven't actually sat down and watched it in a while.
And I mean, I say all of this too,
Ow.
with the fact that I do have a lot of things that I like that are at least as bad in what my criticisms are, if not worse. It's just that those were things that I watched before a lot of those things were like, before I became aware of a lot of that stuff, I guess, and before I had higher expectations for certain people.
Right, like, I think if I discovered Joss Whedon now, like, I'd be,
Oh.
after having, now I'm spoiled, like, Brian Fuller
Yeah.
is the fucking messiah, and,
Yeah.
and now it's just like, oh, I don't, yeah, no. I, I appreciate what the show was, and I do still say that it was ambitious for its time.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
But,
I mean, I think I remember seeing an article about Joss Whedon or some like, kind of just discourse thing, on Tumblr that was sort of saying that like, yeah, I mean, Whedon was kind of a big deal in the beginning because he was doing something that we hadn't seen before. And he started something that, definitely was needed at the time. The problem with him is that he didn't evolve. He's still doing that same thing that now we're having higher expectations for.
right,
It's like,
which is
okay,
why,
now we've done like, your manic pixie dream girl ass kicker chick that still shows her tits and then has like some sort of lesbian fantasy every once in a while or whatever it is he does. And like now it's kind of like we're getting more genuine, powerful female characters and more varied female characters. So, it's like, okay, can we like now maybe stop with a lot of this stuff and move past it?
right, exactly. Like, and honestly, where I think the spell got broken for a lot of people, I mean, I know a lot of people, it wasn't the case, but for me, the spell was broken with Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
I
Cat was
so
just
profoundly disappointed. Yeah, Cat. Yeah, Age of Ultron. I was so profoundly, like, heartbroken at that. Because, I mean, Natasha Romanoff is one of my favorite characters, and her relationship with Hawkeye is, something that I felt like was set up and then never taken advantage of. Because he just didn't want to do it. And then the whole I'm a monster because I can't have children. I'm like, just shoot me.
Yeah, I think, like, if it weren't for the fact that we were invested in the story as a whole, I think we all would have walked out, like, almost immediately.
Well, and we knew that
I
was the
haven't
last
watched that one, so I've been spared, but
Oh, sorry. We didn't mean to do spoilers.
I am really not upset. It's fine.
Honestly, it's worth watching. Just close your eyes and put your, plug your ears.
I
for
still
that.
like literally the only one that I've watched in that whole universe is the first Iron Man movie. That's how far behind I am.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on my list. It's just I've told you before I tend to get focused on things and my list gets gotten through slowly.
I think Avengers was sort of my step back into fandom.
Did I fucking get 2 furnaces?
Probably.
Are you fucking serious? I think I got 2 furnaces.
Nice.
I did.
Go.com.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of that. For my own, purposes, I guess, or my own memory. That goes in the stupid things that happen in Diablo scrapbook, which is basically just my screenshots folder that I never organize.
That, like, when that whole thing between Natasha and Bruce happened, I just immediately wanted to go to, and this is shameless plug here, Birdie's, shield fix. Oh crap, she's pulling stuff out of the oven. But there was, like, one thing where, I want to say, Coulson and Hawkeye. No, it wasn't Coulson and Hawkeye, was it? I think it was, Coulson and Hunter went off on a thing together, and fun happened, and just hooray for, stuff that's not heteronormative. What do we have here? Oh, that's a... Oh, goody, an arc stone. Oh, thank you, Death Beatty. Yeah, sorry, we're gross. We're very gross.
Do either of you guys need a furnace like for cubing purposes? Because I already have it cubed and I have like a legendary version that I'm holding on to.
Let
So.
me see.
But it's a good thing to have cubed.
Let me take a look, because I'm pretty sure I don't have it, considering I just got a transmog out of picking it up.
Yeah, so definitely take it.
Yeah.
It's often a best in slot weapon cube thing because it increases your damage against elites by quite a lot.
Let me go ahead and cube that right now. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I guess I can close, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing really well. We're like so distracted today.
I'm back. The Nutcracker, really?
Oh shit, I just noticed that you're already at 2.
Yeah, Kat, you're right. I think he just needs to stick to directing.
Honestly, at this point, he just needs to stick to fucking off.
That's fair.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm sorry, like, he's
his Wonder
gotten to
Woman
the point
script
where...
thing.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, I can't. I feel really bad because I did love Firefly, and there were a lot of really great things about it that I enjoyed in the time period. But again, like, I think if I watched it now after having seen like a more progressive writer, director, executive producer, I am spoiled.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where we should be. We should be having those high expectations. So, I mean, the fact that Joss Whedon hasn't, like, grown with it is very indicative of what his, like, true feelings are, you know? Like, what he thinks of women and what he thinks of, like, what a good story is and that kind of thing. And it's like... I don't know, just, it bugs me. It bugs me a lot.
Kenshi, if I ever make a movie, I will put that in there. Trust me.
Yes, same. Like, healthy polyamory for the win.
There are so many movies and shows that I've watched where, like, the OT3 was the obvious choice, but of course they would never go there. And I'm just kind of like, but that would be the best thing. Like, what, you know, completely, totally fucking turn the stupid love triangle shit on its head and just, like, make everyone love everyone.
Oh shit,
like,
oh shit.
I'm
I
still
just trying to think,
disappointed
does
about Once
anybody
Upon a
ever
Time.
does that? Does anybody ever do that? Has anyone done it yet?
Not in, yeah, I don't think so.
I can't think of anything. I mean, that's going to be a pretty serious moment when that finally happens. I don't know that we'll actually live to see it.
I mean,
I'm still, like, not over the whole Aurora and Mulan and Prince Philip thing in Once Upon a Time, because that was a fucking awesome opportunity for an OT3. Like, all three of them had great respect and love for each other. They all adventured together and separately, you know, and, like, kind of developed all these feelings and stuff, and it was like, oh, no, now Aurora's pregnant, Mulan's just gonna disappear for 2 seasons.
Right.
And then Mulan, again, does not get the next love interest that she obviously was developing with Red Riding Hood. No, they just randomly brought in Dorothy of Oz and, like, slapped her at Red Riding Hood, and apparently that is the new true love relationship, because that's their gay representation that they didn't have before. And I'm like, or you could have developed the 2 characters that you already had in the show, i.e. Red Riding Hood with Mulan, and everybody was fucking into it.
Right.
But no, you decided to shoehorn your own, and you gave them your own ship name. You don't do that.
No,
Fans
you
make
no.
a ship name.
Oh,
The ship name,
yeah.
For Dorothy and Red Riding Hood, it's Ruby Slippers, which is cute. Don't get me wrong,
cute, but
but they shouldn't have done it. It probably would have been that by the fans.
Oh, Kat, you're still watching True Blood. Oh boy.
oh boy.
Yeah, totally with you on that.
I think I gave up after a few seasons, but yeah, I basically was like, all three of them should just fucking get together. Why is this even a thing?
Yep, I had that.
This is
problem.
why, as much as okay, there's this one YA novel series. I think I might have mentioned it. I don't remember anymore, like, who I talked to about anything, so whatever. But it's called the House of Night series, and they're super fucking cheesy. It's written by a mother and daughter, and it's, you know, like, 16-year-old girl ends up getting marked as a vampire, and it turns out there's this whole, like, vampire high school thing that she ends up having to go to, and blah blah blah. And she has a human boyfriend, which when she, like, gets marked and has to leave, she doesn't want to break up with him, but like, technically she's supposed to, because she's supposed to leave her whole life behind. So he doesn't know that she's still alive or anything, but then, you know, they kind of end up finding each other again. But she also ends up having this thing for a guy, like, in her, like one of the vampire guys or whatever. And then there's also, like, this professor guy that she ends up having an affair with. And later on, after the professor guy ends up, you know, like, not being a thing anymore for various reasons, then she ends up also having this other boyfriend who ends up being, like, her, like, kind of a personal warrior sort of thing. And the thing is, so then she still has her human boyfriend because she refuses to give him up and she says she loves him. Then she has this vampire guy that's, like, in love with her, and she ends up, you know, kind of falling for him as well. And they have sort of a thing going on and off. And then she has this bound warrior guy, and nobody's judging her for it, and she has all three of them.
Okay, I hate to ask this, but I'm going to anyway. What was the age difference between her and the professor?
Not a lot.
Really?
She's like, yeah, no, he was like maybe in his early 20s.
Huh.
I mean, it's entirely possible he was older because of the vampire thing, but I don't remember. I don't think he was that old, though.
Interesting.
Like, and
I mean, like, when you have vampires involved, it's like, okay, all of the rules about, you know,
it's sort of,
age
yeah, it gets
difference
fuzzy.
kind of gets, yeah.
Because, I mean, like, when you're 1,000 years old, everyone's younger than you, so where do you draw the line?
That's fair.
And especially depending on when you were made a vampire, you could be looking 16 for your entire life, so, like, I mean, is it an age thing? Is it a looks thing? I don't even know. So I definitely kind of allow for a slightly different, Oh yeah, the dream sequence was good. I remember the dream sequence.
Oh, Elite's up here. Oh dear. This was a bad... that was a bad idea.
He's ahead of me. I'm not even over there.
I panicked.
So you ran towards the danger. Now we see where this death count is coming from.
I'm actually... So I'm apparently spamming hammers slower, but they're hitting harder?
What did you change?
Well, I did the indestructible thing. And I...
Oh yeah, so then that would be changing your armor, passive, yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and put on, the hammer you gave me.
Oh, the furnace? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that thing laughing? Made me giggle.
Cat, I am trying. I really am. I'm just... Like, okay, so, last time JT was on and sent me a link with a build that I can use for this coming season, and I think the damage output on that is going to be averaging like 1.6 million. So I'm like, okay, well, let me try something else. Let me see how I can do building out these characters myself. And the last time I did that, I got like 400,000. I'm so bad at building characters.
I mean, same, honestly. I'm not. I suck. I'm just better at staying out of the way.
I
Important
see what you
skill.
did there.
Hey man, the ones who run
Ooh.
away are the ones that get to tell the tale.
Exactly. Evolutionarily speaking, it's the skinny fuckers that ran in the cave.
Yeah, thank you for beating me to the Gallagher reference there, dear.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, Foof, what do you want? No one's listening to you. No one
Yes, they
cares.
are. The entire internet is listening to
Ugh.
the foo.
Did you hear him again?
Yes.
Oh, no, that was me.
No, I know that.
Oh yeah, take it back. I'm not doing shit.
Well, right now you won't be doing much because the hammer is specifically about damage against elites.
Yeah. It's
Oh my god. Oh, Sam's growling again.
Uh-oh.
She looks pretty chill, but she's got mean voice on.
Where's the door?
I'm finding it. Oh my god. Are we there yet?
No.
I'm turning this rift around.
And this is why we're friends.
I don't even remember which people it was that I was hanging out with, but at one point it was like a big thing for us whenever we started doing that we would start saying that we're gonna like turn this car around and go right back home to Vancouver. Which, I mean, I don't even know why we chose Vancouver. It's literally like across the country from us, and I've never been there, so I don't know.
I need to go back.
I'm good to close.
Same. Oh, Bird, that other furnace there is for you if you want it.
I've got it cubed already. Is there a reason for having the actual item?
It's not necessarily a best in slot item for all the classes, and it really depends on the season, build, that kind of thing. So, I mean, if you already have it cubed, it's probably not that big of a deal. Because it's likely gonna have dexterity on it, because it dropped for me. So.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna switch to that so I can have a little bit more damage.
Yeah, Kat, all of us have aesthetic wings. That's, like, I mean, they're literally good for nothing else. They flap on occasion. Also for the aesthetic.
Yeah, I'm gonna like the other wings that are in season 12. All right, let's see here. Okay, so what are we eating? Bert just kind of threw this together. And it's really...
Roasted chicken and roasted veggies.
It's so good. Nom.
Do I want a snack?
Ah,
I don't
crap.
want a snack. David, I want a snack. Give me a snack.
We demand
Me.
cake.
There's still some cake left, but I'm not sure it's good anymore.
Aw.
Give me a snack.
What's that one?
Ah.
Oh. never mind. Holy hell, how do I have 70 Griff Keystones?
We haven't done that many grifts, and you've been accumulating them across seasons, remember?
That's fair.
Oh my god! Sam, stop getting so mad. He's just sniffing your butt. She's not moving. She's just, like, growling at him. So she's still, like, reclined over the router. I don't want cake. I asked for a snack. They just said cake. And I was responding to their cake comment. Cake. But I don't want cake. I don't want a nutty bar. You're a nutty bar. You're the one that fucking wanted them. That's why I fucking bought them. Because you said they were sold out, so I bought them where I found them.
I was trying to do something nice for you, damn it!
You like nutty bars? Yeah, so I don't want them. God damn it. What do I want though?
So
Don't
Birdie,
oh, you can dump those on the dog, yeah.
what is your secret for making this chicken not dry?
I use chicken thighs and not chicken breasts.
And boobs. What? Oh, David's about to dump a bag of chips on Loki's head. He's gonna be so happy. Oh, he's excited. Foof is like, is this for me too? But, I mean, you don't want chips. And Loki is now in paradise with the rain of chips.
Picks.
We call him our organic Roomba.
Nice.
I did tell you popcorn, right? Okay, and more wine. Do it. I can have 2 glasses of wine. I'm an adult. I can make choices. I didn't say they were good choices. Jesus.
Yeah, that is a very fair technicality. All right, let's see. What do I want to go after? Let me try shield.
Thank you, Hush. See, Hush is on my side. She said she supports my wine choices. Yes, you did give me wine, but you argued. Sass is arguing. Jesus Christ.
There. That'll give me some more
I
damage.
have a couple of friends, I think, that have David and I start getting like this. They're like, why are mommy and daddy fighting? But, you know, David and I are just always like this. I don't know why we're like this, but we are.
Ooh. That's... There we go. Okay. I've sufficiently gotten some upgrades. So what do you think? Should we try a grift or?
Yeah, I was thinking we're gonna do a grift. Just 1 second.
I'm gonna switch to that one. Yay! I made it to 500. Yeah, Kat, I'm with you. Like when people are quote unquote play fighting, where it's like you get like you don't have any really big things to fight about because your relationship is just is good. And so you just get like antagonistic in a very dramatic way just to be silly over the smallest things.
Well, naturally, it has to be the small, insignificant things. Those are the things that you're supposed to like deliberately make into big things.
It's sort of like the relationship version of the oh crap, no.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Oh crap.
Oh no, what happened?
It said you declined, apparently.
I didn't decline.
Well, I said cancel, so
Okay.
it's not gonna go through. It's fine. It's fine because actually, like, I forgot to empower it anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah. How?
I have some things that I get angry over that I know are dumb, but oh no, Kinchi phone. Yeah, no, for me it's not PMS. I have stupid things that really bug me. Part of it I can blame on ADHD because I have things like the misophonia thing, so stupid shit like, you know, people making mundane sounds drive me like, fucking insane. But alright, let's try this again.
Yeah.
Thankfully, David's actually quite interested.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
I watched you do that. I was like, where in the hell are you going?
He got excited.
I panicked in the opposite direction.
That seems to be like right there. That's your catchphrase. Uh-oh. I am lagging really bad. I'm in the red.
That's weird.
David, what are you doing? Why are you ruining my life? Now it's not orange.
Tell him to lay off the porn.
No, the porn shouldn't be affecting it. We have a better connection.
I love that you know that.
Also, this is just a general PSA. Practice safe porn, everyone. Don't download stuff. Just put up a good ad blocker and find places to stream if video is your thing. If you like more of the bibliophile version of porn, head on over to AO3. It's got some wonderful things that'll cater to just about everything.
Just Xham's PornTube, YouPorn, Pornhub.
Hesterbird on AO3. Chronocophiliac on AO3.
Turn off safe search on Bing and just search for what you want. They have like all the porn vids, all of it, like all the websites are on there.
Nice.
I mean, I've heard.
Okay, what
the?
I was told by a friend that that's how that works. I am really, really fucking lagging. Holy shit. I may actually die here. Like,
well,
it's stopping. Hey, hush.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die. There we go. Yeah, David, I don't know what the hell's happening, but I'm, like, in the red.
And died again. Excuse me.
My latency is, like, 614 milliseconds. Actually,
oh god.
My friend did tell me. It's just that the joke is that I ended up taking that advice and using it at the time.
Ow. I don't think we're gonna get this one.
We will, once my leg stops fucking killing me.
Oh right, I need to update the counter. There we go.
I'm waiting to revive. Because my corpse isn't stupid.
I don't know what the hell's going on with my connection all of a sudden. Like, it's awful. I'm rubber banding all over the place, or like flat out just freezing.
That's weird.
Now my latency is almost 1,000.
Weird.
That's really weird. Bird, how are you doing on your end?
I'm fine.
Yeah, mine is too. Okay.
Yeah, no, it has to be something going on my end, but David said his computer's fine, so I don't know what's going on. Because I have Twitch up every week, so it can't be that.
And you're using the same browser to bring that up as usual, and...
I'm using the Twitch app, and that's what I've been using for like the last few months.
I should ask, how do you like that thing?
It's aight. I like it better for like Twitch stuff, I guess, like as far as how it has the whole interface looking for me. I don't like that like I find it a little confusing that the only games you can technically add to it are games that are like purchased through the app. So like there's only certain companies or whatever that do that right now. So like the actual add-ons for something like WoW or Rift are in a separate part, and it's like it doesn't detect that the game is installed. You just have to install the add-ons. At least that's how it was working for me. Like the add-ons will go to the game and they'll stay updated that way and stuff, but it's like it doesn't tell me that I actually have the game installed.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But obviously that's the only way that I can use Curse anymore, because that's the Curse app now.
Yeah. Damn it.
I am still in the red. Holy fuck. Yes, Kat, we know that you are a paragon of purity.
Okay, that sounds fake, but okay.
There's an owl?
Oh, hi, Owl.
An owl! I like that you're still Cactus Owl, even though you're technically a Snowy Owl now.
A Talon has always been there.
Kinchi, there might just be like a bit of a delay on the stream for you.
Well, there's no delays in me dying, that's for damn sure.
I'm still in the red though, but apparently we're doing okay, I guess. Apart from, well, I mean, duck dying doesn't really mean we're not doing okay. To be honest.
What's the line? He's an outlier and shouldn't be counted?
Yes.
Oh, right. Hi, Arcane. I forgot. Yeah, you're dog sitting, and Kibith recognized me. I apologize ahead of time for any damage that you might incur due to Kibith being herself.
Your mic is kind of being wonky, by the way.
Oh, okay. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. That's a little better. Yeah, you're going a little robot-y, like it's cutting out a bit.
Ow. Oh, hey, we gotten ahead of the timer.
You're still cutting out now.
Huh.
I don't think he's cutting out for me.
He is for me. Like, a lot. Like, I'm missing half of what he's saying.
It might be worth it to, once we get done with this, to like just hard restart your computer.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to do that, because that's probably what's happening on my end, is that, because it's happening to you too for me. So I'm thinking there might be something going on with my computer's connection or something. But I wanted to wait until we finish this, rift.
Oh, of course.
I timed it all, so.
Ow. Stop standing and stupid.
Oh, the cats are fighting. Did you hear that?
Oh. Ah,
Well,
damn
they're not
it.
exactly fighting. It's that Foof is near her and she's mad. So then she starts like screaming at him and batting at him, and he just thinks they're playing because he's stupid. Oh my god, game, please do something.
The only upside to dying so much is I can eat whenever I'm not alive.
I don't think it's the echo suppression because I'm having trouble with my connection on the game as well, so I'm thinking it's something with my computer and I need to just reset.
Yeah, I am noticing a little bit of distortion on your end, Daddy.
Yeah, so I probably
Oh, sorry, bird.
need to...
No, you're cool. I was just waiting till everything was dead.
Ah, there you are.
Again, my corpse died in stupid, so.
And of course, I keep standing in stupid.
Drawn like a moth to the flame. Onto
It's
it!
actually fire.
Wow. That was super lame.
You get charged.
So the thing is, I've got my I'm using the horse that yeah, the steed charge that also is supposed to give you, you know, life and everything. It doesn't do that for me.
Ow. Those stupid jumpy angels.
Yeah, no, they hit hard because they charge you and it's just like instant death.
Yeah, there's no dodge for it.
Nope.
I'm still reading the thing.
Cat, that's what I was gonna say.
Ouch.
There is cat. There is no help for me.
He's beyond help.
Oh God! What the? See how long this lasts. Wow.
I only got a couple of things.
I got three legendaries? 4 legendaries. Wow.
I got
I got a shitload of loot.
6.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I'm good to close.
Hang on. There we go.
I am not good to close quite yet. So it'd be good if I didn't click on it. Jesus, I almost ran right to him. What an idiot. Meaning me.
Let's see, what do I have here?
I actually had a full set drop, both the Traveler's Pledge and the Compass Rose.
Damn.
Is anybody looking for the Compass Rose? I've got one that I can drop.
No, I'm wearing a legendary one. I mean, ancient legendary. You know what I meant. Shut up.
Oh shit! No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Okay.
Hey, here's a nice potion for you. Increases healing from all sources by 22% for 5 seconds.
Oh wow. Yeah, because this regeneration one is not working for me. Thank you. What else do I have? Oh god. Kool-Aid. We'll give this a shot. Okay.
Okay. I am going to restart my computer and see if that does anything at all.
Yeah.
Here be.
Do I have anything of not Son Goku's stuff? Ooh, I don't have that one, I don't think. Ah, that gives me 4 of that one. And no, oh, there we go. Okay, there's a place to put it. Alright. Oh, boy. So let's see, what are we at now? We are at 11 deaths. Okay. Well, Kat, to answer that question, so that oh god, I can't believe I'm actually answering this. Okay, so in Dragon Ball, when Goku landed on Earth, an old man named Gohan found him in the woods and took care of him like his own grandson, and Grandpa Gohan died very early into Goku's life, and the only thing that Goku had to remember him by is the 4-star Dragon Ball. Cat asked! I'm answering the question.
I'm still rolling my eyes at you.
So, okay. So, when Goku and Chi-Chi had their first child, they named him after his grandfather, Gohan. And the 4-star Dragon Ball is the ball that Gohan wears on his hat, as sort of a living monument kind of thing. Also, they had 2. Oh god, if Chi-Chi had her way, yeah, it probably would be over 9,000 children. No, they had 2 children, Gohan and Goten. Gohan and Videl got married, and they had a child named Pan. And Kinshi, I read that as nerd. So the added portion, which I truly think that Chi-Chi and Bulma were behind this. The other reason to have Gohan wear the 4-star Dragon Ball on his hat was because they could get access to the Dragon Radar at any point in time, and Chi-Chi could keep tabs on Gohan if he was ever missing.
I'm divorcing you.
No, Z's. You do realize if you did that, you'd still have to deal with Underoos talking about the same stuff.
Oh yeah, and he'd be like 1,000 times worse. Be like, I'm doing this for Duck.
Okay, now that you're back, I will step away real quick so I can get a glass of milk and some chocolates.
Alright. I'm not sure if this worked, but we shall see.
Yay.
And by the way, guys, like the pieces that I dropped for you here, like if you don't need them, just break them down for mats.
Okay.
Because I have a million mats, so it's fine.
Does Duck like white chocolate? Because if he does, I'm going to have to reevaluate my opinion of him.
Oh.
Astercat, Kitty Cat asked. He's going back to his computer.
I only like white chocolate when it's like mixed with other chocolate, like milk
Let's
or
see what
dark.
we have here.
On its own, it's gross.
Do I like white chocolate? In certain aspects. Like white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Yeah. White chocolate in things like cookies and cream stuff, that's really good. But like it has to have specific applications. Oh no.
It has to have stuff with it. Like I like flavored white chocolate. I like truffles that are covered in white chocolate because they are, you know, made with like a really something that regular chocolate would overpower. Like I'm totally down with that, but I'm not somebody that will just sit down and eat white chocolate. I was when I was a kid.
Yeah, I seemed to be much more cool with it when I was little, but now I'm like, gross.
It just doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like sugar.
Yeah. Alright, let's try a regular rift and see how I do before we go back to rifts.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys are like American and you don't know what Kinder Surprise eggs are.
No, we know what they are. We just aren't allowed to have them because we might choke to death on them.
Yes.
Along with our own stupidity.
True.
True. Like, it's milk chocolate and then like on the inside there's a layer of white chocolate. But I like it. I mean, it's
I had one,
chocolate
I
as
can't
far as
remember
chocolate
where.
goes.
I think we found them in Italy, and I got one in Switzerland.
And yet we have Cadbury eggs.
Yeah, but Cadbury eggs don't have toys inside. That's the whole thing. That's
Well,
why Cadbury eggs aren't allowed. Because they have toys inside, and apparently that makes them a choking hazard, even though there's literally no way. Like, I mean, the egg is too large for a child to fit into their mouth hole. When you open the egg, you see that there's something inside. You take it out, you want to fucking see it. You don't want to eat it.
For
You think
some,
Americans are a lot smarter than they are.
for some Americans, that's considered a challenge.
Ow.
Speak for yourself, Kat. We get the giant Kinder eggs for Easter every year from my mom still. Bunch of 30-year-olds sitting around the table, and we put together a little Ninja Turtle fucking game or whatever it is that we get. And I still buy the little ones too.
Ow.
Sometimes there's puzzles or like little figurines or...
Oh God.
Every fucking time.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, no, the things that charge are terrible. You have to kind of keep a really good eye on them, because you can get out of the way if you know they're about to charge, but once they start charging, you're fucked.
Right.
Kinchi, what is divinity?
Oh my god, I know what divinity is. It's like meringue on crack. It's sort of like a cross between like cookies and candy. It's a sort of a meringue type thing.
Oh, those are awesome. I know what you're talking about. In Polish, they're called bezy. I grew up eating those. I will eat like a whole bag of them. They're meringues. They're like crunchy, and then like when you start biting into them, they get a little chewy. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And they usually put pecans on it in ours. In divinity, usually it's pecans.
Oh, that's weird. Why would you do that? That ruins it.
Oh. We're Southerners. We like pecans and everything.
Yep.
And we've come full circle. To last week. I think. We talked about it last week, right?
Cons with cans.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, those are meringues. Or beze.
Bezin.
Beze, B-E-Z-Y.
Gotcha.
Need to home.
There's a Polish deli that we go to sometimes, and they sell them, like, you can get just bags and bags of them. They make them every day.
Sounds like heaven. I actually got macarons in Paris. That was like my one touristy super splurge in Paris, and I just sat like in the lawn near the Eiffel Tower and just was like, I'm gonna be an American tourist for about 10 seconds. Just everybody bear with me.
Well, I mean, if the meringues are made right, they shouldn't be like chalk.
No, they were delicious, and the filling was a little bit chewy, and yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, I'm not fast enough to open this candy. Oh, God!
Euphemism for something. Ah, yes, fire. Heal me!
Jesus! Like, I walk up, that one just... Here, I'm going to smack you with this hammer, and almost dead.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's what you
Those
get
are the
for throwing
assassin
your hammers
guys.
all around.
And dead again.
Return to formula.
Well, I mean, it's entirely fair that it could be a texture thing. They're definitely, like, texture things.
How am
that
I
go on
almost
with
dead again?
things. Because it's you, Duck. It's you. It's not them, it's you.
Start talking about chalk and texture. Why do I think of Fun Dip?
Oh,
that's
the
the
best
best
chalk.
You and I both were just like, yeah.
The sticks are the best part.
Uh-huh. I would always end up freaking eating the stick before I finished all the sugar, and I'm like, God damn it. Because the sugar's no fun without the stick.
I just like want to scrape my teeth on it for some reason.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I have any teeth anymore.
Oh, God. I could feel that happening.
Stop judging me.
Uh-uh.
I'm not judging you. It's just... Ow. What the hell happened to me?
This level knows that you're here now.
No shit.
So they're like, okay, everybody, the floor is lava. But just for Duck.
Good God. At least I'm getting drops.
You just stand back here with me.
But then I can do nothing, and that would be a very boring stream.
That's real.
Yeah, half the
It's more
effort
fun to
is
watch you die.
yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody would watch if it wasn't for Duck dying all the time.
Yeah.
It'll be a sad day when you finally learn how to build and play and...
When that happens...
Literally
Oh,
not
fuck. When that happens, we're switching games.
See, Arcane confirmed.
One of my coworkers is trying to get me into playing Grim Dawn, I think it is.
Oh, I've got that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, if you ever want to hop on my machine and play it if I'm not home.
Well,
Like during next.
I got marshmallow fudge. Sorry, Kenshi, I didn't see what you said right away.
he's willing to give me, he has a second key that he's willing to just give to me to play.
Oh, do it. Do it. It's basically Diablo.
Yeah, he said he likes it better than Diablo 3 because it's harder.
What game? What game? I didn't hear.
Grim Dawn.
Oh, I don't even know if I've heard of that one.
I think it was an indie thing. Or semi-indie. But from what I also hear, the story is better.
Oh, this one's so shiny.
Grim Dawn is pretty shiny too. I mean, there's like a film of grit on
Oh,
everything.
shit.
Oh, shit. It's really nice.
Exile is another one that like a lot of people who got all irritated with D3 or whatever for whatever stupid reason, they all started playing Path of Exile. They're like, oh, it's so much better. And I'm like, I tried playing it and I got bored after like 5 levels.
Same, honestly.
Well, maybe more than 5, but it didn't last long for me. I just couldn't. Nothing compelled me.
Oh God, why are you behind me?
I told you, the level knows you're here.
No, it knows I'm here. I'm the one that died. And he's standing like right over my corpse.
Oh boy. Well, that was a great idea.
Experience.
Hey, Doc, if you want to mill all of
Still
that.
have a story, Kimchi.
What the hell?
Excuse you.
Just kill me.
Did you die before you even left?
I was trying to town portal back, and something interrupted me and proceeded to kill me. So I'm like, just kill me.
Oh shit, you know what I totally forgot, guys?
Hmm.
I have a bovine bardiche.
Yes!
House.
Move.
Oh, right. I forgot. That counts.
Oh, apparently someone did say Reaper.
Oh, hi, Reaper.
Oh, hey, wine.
Hey, Duck, if you want to mill all of this stuff for, mats, you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Oh, my. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I dropped this stuff. If you guys can't use it, then just break it. Like, I'm still at over 3,000 Forgotten Souls, so I think I'm okay.
Damn.
Can I close?
Yes.
And you may remember that the cow levels have a lot of loot.
Yes.
So we're probably better off just going around and killing everything and then going back and grabbing stuff after.
Oh, boy.
In other words, you're going to clear out a little corner and I'm going to sit in it and twiddle my thumbs. Because I know how to not die.
Yeah.
But
You can
I...
get some shade done.
Yeah, there you go. I need to, once I get these leg warmers finished, I need to post a picture of them.
Oh, yeah, those are really pretty. Okay.
I'm making leg warmers from my little dancers. Because they're cute and tiny.
That sounds adorable. Alright, let me know when y'all are ready for cows.
Oh my God, Al, that was... Wow.
Ow. I just bit my cheek.
Hmm.
Why would I do that? What am I, some kind of idiot? Apparently yes, is the answer to that. A conversation by me.
Okay. I think I'm done chomping on candy for now.
Where's Birdie? Birdie.
Hold on a second.
Ah.
Don't growl at me. Growl at your cat that's growling at the other cat.
Meow.
Yes, Arcane, that must be it. There's too much Murica up in here.
Oh God. Oh God.
Alright, I'm here.
My cheek doesn't taste very good.
Yeah, completely coked off our balls, Mason Verger, where you're not.
Nope.
That scene.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
One of my favorites.
It was so it was so satisfying and just gut wrenching for me at the same time.
I'm like, that was one of the reasons I love the show is because some of my favorite lines ever are in it, and one of them is the "I am enchanted and terrified" thing, and the way that he delivers that fucking line, and it's just it's a
Yeah.
precious thing for me.
I was partially sad that he didn't do the subsequent season, but not to say anything against the guy that they got, because he was fabulous too.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I just realized what's wrong with my build.
What's that?
Death's
Does this thing
bargain.
have to be snarky?
You mean shitty pants?
Yeah. Let me go.
Why are you shitting in your pants? Doc?
Because they suck. I don't know. All right. Let me just build these and yeah, that's gonna suck a little bit, but oh well. Okay, I'm ready.
Might want to put some gems in there.
Oh, right. Do I have... Yeah, there we go. There. Okay, let's try this again.
Alright. Cow time.
Moo.
Moo.
Moo. Leads to a place that does not exist. The Burning Hells are not responsible for events that transpire there. If you claim to have been in this place, you'll be called a liar. Void where prohibited. Offer not void in Utah. I love this. So, we just need to stick close to you and don't die.
I'd not die, yeah. Just don't touch the cow with the exclamation point.
Moo.
Just let me kill the cows. If you guys want to get the chests, that's fine. I'm not touching anything until, cows are dead. I'm surprised that it's all dark right now, though. Usually it's daytime, but I guess we got a random nighttime one. Oh well.
Moo.
And you may notice the amount of gold everywhere that...
Yeah.
Damn chest.
What is this music? Holy crap!
What? There's just a few cows. It's a herd.
Holy shit!
Who wants steak? LOL, I'm hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
Well, you're old too, so that's fair.
Where's the beef?
Yes.
That. Holy shit! I didn't mean that for real.
The cow queen's like, excuse you.
Who you calling a heifer?
Arcane, you have to get a weapon, like it's a rare legendary drop called the Bovine Bardiche. And you stick that in the cube the same way that you use the puzzle ring to open up the vault. And it opens up one of these. And if you want an idea of how rare it is, I had 15 puzzle rings and I have 2 Bovine Bardiches. And I believe once you've been to this level, you have a chance of spawning a rift that has cows. Like, there's a cow rift.
That is
That can
different.
actually-
That's different from this one?
Yes. rifts, like when you open the rifts, like Nephilim rifts or whatever.
Ah.
There's like a really low chance that you can get a cow rift, and that ends up having like another quest in there. And that one, like you end up like it's really good for leveling. Oh my god, you get so much experience. It's ridiculous. Unless they took that one out. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. But it could also just be that it's rare. And, you know, therefore, it just doesn't happen a lot. And now I have to find the word rare for everyone.
Yay!
This is why writing is a struggle. I am super redundant. Like, super fucking redundant. And I have to constantly be like, I literally just said that. Stop it. Take that sentence out.
Yeah, Kat, I can believe that. I just do not understand the concept that some of the older people that I have known over the years that are just like, they spend half of their camaraderie with other people complaining about who they're married to.
Yeah, that's something my husband and I don't understand either. That we've kind of been like, why would you marry someone you don't like? Like, why would you marry somebody that you then proceed to complain about literally all the time? Or
Right,
that,
and, like,
wait
complain
to get
about
away
little
from. That
things.
you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait till my guys' night golf, like our golf weekend. I have to get away, blah blah blah. And it's like, why? Why do you feel the need to get away that much? That doesn't seem like that's how you're supposed to do this. Actually, funny enough, today when I went out for lunch, when I was done lunch, I went to a convenience store to grab some Cheetos and stuff, and I asked the guy to, like, if I could get a bag, and he's like, oh, I have an old bag at home. And I'm just like, I see what you did there. Yeah.
It's not funny, but I see what you did there.
Yeah. And I'm just like, why? Why is that supposed to be funny that you're insulting your wife? I mean, I don't understand.
Like, I make fun of Charlie for Duck, but you know.
I make fun of David all the time, and he makes fun of me, but we do it, like, in good fun and because we love each other. Like, it's not this sort of, like... I mean, I don't like being away from David for, like, a whole weekend or whatever. I don't feel the need to do that. If I need my space, then he gives it to me, and I'm fine with it being, like, that he's in the next room.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that in the depths of my soul.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're doing this whole marriage thing wrong, guys. I don't know.
Apparently, yeah.
Like, care about and like being around. I so much, like, you know, we hang out, like, as friends. Like, we enjoy spending time together and sharing things like, you know, TV shows or things like that we like. Or even, you know, he indulges my fucking babbling that never stops and my enthusiasm about things that he doesn't really know anything or care about. And, you know, I do the same for him. So,
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't know. Obviously, I just don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, like you said, we clearly are doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I don't understand the whole thing of, like, some of these guys of, I'm never going to get married again. Like, yeah, but you're dating someone for how many years? I mean, that alone kind of feels like why do you insist on saying that you're never going to get married? Well, because I don't want to be tied down.
But you're still, like, committed to this person.
Yeah.
But it's basically, like, there's that whole concept of, like, you know, divorce and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but after a while you become common law and you have to basically do the same thing anyway. Like, if you're living with the person, and if you don't want to be tied down, then, I mean...
Then why are you with them in the first place?
Yeah, and it's like, maybe think about your reasons behind that. Alright, I'm gonna go around and grab shit now.
Oh yeah, I should go back to town.
Why would you say that? I don't know if you guys heard that.
No.
David said, hate you, and then kissed me on the cheek, and I was like, why would you say that? And he said, because it disproved everything you just said.
Oh my
Well,
god.
What a dick.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna drop all of the legendaries for now. Oh, set item.
Bone cow. We had a straggler.
Okay, and back. Alright. Yeah, like, there are some times where, you know, if one of us gets sick, or if I'm, like, having a really hard time actually sleeping because I've got allergies or whatever, yeah, we end up, like, quarantining ourselves. But
I kick David out of bed regularly just because he snores and I have misophonia issues. So I can't sleep if he's snoring. So there are times that like he goes into the guest room and I'm staying in our bedroom or vice versa or whatever. But like it's not because I don't want him in the bed, it's because I'm actually having a hard time because of my own sensitivities and stuff. And he respects that. It's not that we don't want to be around each other.
Yeah, I've Duck snores too.
yeah.
It's I actually was having a hard time sleeping during Phantom. Just I still don't know what it was. I would sleep for like 2 or 3 hours at a stretch, and then I'd be awake. And I know that Duck would. I would wake Duck up if I was up, so I just was like, I'm sleeping in the back bedroom.
Yeah, Cat, at one point, like, I wanted to have my computer out in the same room as Birdie's computer because I felt like I was isolating myself by having stuff in the office, but after a while, it just got so uncomfortable for me to even sit where I had the computer. And I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of want to get into this whole streaming thing, and that's not going to work if we're both in the same room, so...
Bye.
Bye.
Also, it does help in times where, like, especially after whenever Bird's done a show, of just, I'm done, I love everyone, I'm done with people, I need to not people for a while, and be like, okay, I'm going to go back here and do my own thing for a while, let me know when you need me.
But again, those are like that's entirely different from like what we're kind of talking about with these other people. It's like it's not that you don't want to be around your partner. It's like having a certain kind of bad day or being, you know, overwhelmed with being around people or just needing space. Like I mean, I am an ambivert, so I have like a lot of introvert times where I'm just like exhausted by any kind of interaction and I need to be on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, David and I have our computers in the same room, but we also have like the TV out in the living room, and that's where like the PlayStations and like Sega Genesis or whatever and Super Nintendo and all that shit's all hooked up. So, you know, like and that's also where our Netflix is, and then we also have, you know, the bedroom and the guest room. So it's like there are places for us to go and do other things when one of us needs to be alone. So like that is an entirely different thing. That's like respecting each other's space, respecting each other's boundaries, and knowing that sometimes we have limits. Like that's fine, but when you're literally you can't wait to get away from your partner all the time, and you're just like, oh man, like the old ball and chain, eh? Know what I'm saying? Like it's like a bonding experience to complain about your spouse. And basically be like, oh, you know, like my wife is such a nag. Yeah, I know, mine too. Haha. And it's like, she's asking you to do something for her because you're doing shit all in the house. Like, how is that a dag?
Yeah, it's like that. There's a comic that I always like to reference every so often of these three guys are standing somewhere that's just nondescript, and two of them are complaining about about their significant others, and the third one's like, "I'm gonna go home. Why? Because I want to hang out with my wife because I like her."
Yeah, yeah. I think David ended up he saw that too. And he's like actually had that experience at work where like people were basically bitching at or about like having to go home and deal with spouses and stuff, and David's like, I'm actually looking forward to going home because I get to see my wife because I actually like her. Like, what's that all about? I don't know.
I've started just because of the way that, you know, I talk about Jack, everything. People, I've started getting the, how long have you guys been married? And they like all think that it's, oh, like a year, 2 years, and like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's been almost 10 years. Like, I do actually still like him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other, like, people are always, like, amazed that I still, like, David tells me every day that he loves me, and he still, like, texts me stupid little heart messages and stuff like that. And we've been together, like, 8 or so years now, and it's kind of like, I'm returning to town. People are like, oh, man, I wish my husband did that, and I'm kind of like, so why didn't you marry someone who would? Like...
Right?
I don't understand, but it's like, a lot of people, I think, are just... It feels like there's sort of a culture of learning to settle. Like, you're kind of like, well, this is, somebody who treats me this way and that's good enough and I'm not going to find anything better or something.
Right, and like, I do get there is a little bit of the whole, your relationship is going to change once you get, once you've been together a while. It's like, okay, that's...
Yeah, it has.
Things between David and I have absolutely changed, but I mean, that also just comes with, like, not just being together so long, but also with age. Like, as a person, you change.
Oh, sure. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Again, I hang around with 19-year-olds, and occasionally I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm 32. I feel that.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of the, like, you never think it's gonna happen to you, and then one day you wake up and you're like, fuck, I don't relate to these 18-year-olds at all. When did that happen?
I'm like right on that cusp. Like, this is, I feel that this is the rollover point. It's like, okay, I can relate to y'all. We watch a lot of the same television shows. You still have way more energy than I think I ever did. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I know it's like the next generation. It's just like, this is it. That's it.
Yeah, you can feel that gap.
And I really only think that it's held on this long, and it's because of the nature of the 19 to 20-year-olds that I hang around. Like, they are more mature and responsible and taking care of their own shit and having these crazy schedules than I am at 32. So it's like they have a certain level of like emotional maturity. They just haven't been around the globe as many times.
Well, and yeah, like, I mean, it's hard to say because, like, in my case, I was with somebody for almost 3 years, and I knew he wanted to marry me. Like, he and I had kind of talked about it. And, I mean, there were a couple of circumstances that led me to realize that it just wasn't for me. Like, it wasn't a good idea. And honestly, before that, I wasn't really with anyone for more than a year. And most of the time, it was less than 6 months. So I was more of a fleeting relationship type of person for a very long time. And then, like, about a year after that relationship ended, I met a couple of people, one of whom was my current husband. And it's really... And this is coming from like, I don't believe in fate or love at first sight or soulmates as far as, like, I mean, I'm not religious. I consider myself an atheist, and, I mean, as far as that goes, I'll preface that with, I don't care if other people believe things. I don't think, I'm not the kind of atheist that's like, but if you believe in something, you're an idiot, like, it's just my personal thing, whatever. But I knew, like, almost right away that David was the one. Like, I literally, I think it was like, how long did we date before, how long did we talk before I asked you out. 3 weeks?
Also, go team disrupting gender roles.
Yeah.
He disrupt gender roles all the fuck over the place. So we don't even know. I'm gonna open a Greater Rift, by the way.
Okay. Let's
But yeah,
see.
so anyway, I was saying, so I asked him out after about 3 weeks, and at the end of 1 year, we were engaged. And, like, I mean, that's after the previous relationship was almost 3 years and they never got to the engagement point, right? Like, because normally, I mean, the way I normally approach relationships was, I want to be friends first, I want to take my time, and I'm very, very strict about that with myself. And even in David's case, like, I mean, there were a few times where I was kind of like, I mean, originally the whole point was I wasn't looking to date, I wanted to make new friends. And I wanted to get to know people. So with David, I literally did not want to ask him out originally, but I'm kind of like, I don't know, just the way that things were going for us, I'm like, if I don't ask him out right now, I'm making a mistake. I know I'm making a mistake. I felt it. That I had to just not care about the whole building friendship first thing because I'm like, I already feel the connection there. And so, I mean, obviously now it's been like over 8 years and we're still together and I still feel about him exactly the same way. Like I still, like he's the person that I chose to be with and I would still choose him today, you know? So it's like, obviously there was something to that there. And I think part of it, in my case, the reason I'm telling this big long stupid story is because normally I would agree that you want to build a friendship first or whatever, but sometimes you really do feel that connection and you can't necessarily limit yourself just based on that like kind of principle if like everything else that you're feeling is telling you something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a good principle to have. Like definitely you want to be friends with the person that you marry, but sometimes that can develop at the same time as the other stuff.
And see, the Duck and I are like the opposite of that, where it's just like we were friends first for a long time, and then I don't know, like the clouds parted, and we just decided to start dating.
No. Okay. All right.
For me, it was the clouds parted, and we decided to start dating.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, we had known each other for a couple of years before we actually even met. And then we finally met, and it wasn't like you said, it wasn't love at first sight, but, and I've told this story before, of just how I knew that I at least wanted to have a chance with Birdie. But at the time, like, I was about to get out of a relationship, and Birdie was had just ended that relationship. And, oh god. There we go. And so... Oh god, I almost died and I almost lost my train of thought. Anyway, so we had been together... We'd known each other for about 2 years before we actually started dating, and the decision was made about a week or two before I graduated college. And...
My timing's great.
Well, it was because I couldn't take a hint.
No, my timing, I mean, then it would have been 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it all happened a lot faster than I think it felt like it did. Like, once the decision was made.
Yeah, and I still remember the decision that was being made. Like, throughout the last semester or so, like, we spent more and more time with each other than I think we ever had. And I had long thought that I had no chance whatsoever. And so finally I get a message through AOL Instant Messenger. Oh my god.
Oh, that's like the second time it's come up today, because I was talking about that earlier today, how I used to use AIM. Yeah. Shit.
And Birdie was like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. Can you come and pick me up? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And that was when Birdie made the decision that we're going to we're going to move to the next level and see what happens.
She made the decision.
Yes.
It set a precedent for a long and happy relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that asked David out, and oh my god, he was mad. He was like, I was gonna ask you out tomorrow.
Too slow.
He was so mad. And I'm just like, ha. Exactly, too slow. I'm like, not my problem.
Do you want to wait till tomorrow? Like, I can wait till tomorrow.
And then Loki ruined our first kiss. It was great. And he got mad all over again. Because Loki doesn't like it when people hug me in the first place. He kind of like gets all worked up, and in this case, he like straight up jumped on David and pushed him off of me.
Aww.
Good puppy.
And I was laughing so hard, and he was mad. Because at the time, of course, like, I mean, he wasn't really a dog person then. He didn't know Loki all that well. So he was just kind of like resentful of this stupid dog. Meanwhile, now he like snuggles with Loki all the damn time, and Loki's like all cuddled up with him on the couch and all that. So, you know.
Also, I should just point out that I died rezzing Birdie.
I feel like your count should be a lot higher than what I'm seeing.
God, ow.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I should have been. Oh God. There we go.
Because I'm just seeing 18, but I feel like it's been more than 18. I mean, I could be wrong.
No, it's up to 19 now.
Arcane, same. Aim is how I learned to type too.
I learned on Microsoft Comic Chat. Thank you very much.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nobody remembers that, so I'm kind of excited if you guys do.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I was like 12 when that shit came out.
Oh God. I learned to type that free. Oh son of a bitch. It was
Merc.
Oh yeah, Merc. ICQ.
Yes. Ow. Will haunt my dreams forever.
Well, I had some different sound packs that you could.
Originally, you couldn't have that though.
Holy shit.
That came in after. You couldn't do the sound packs for like I think the first year or something.
Yeah. Damn, got a lot of legendaries.
I got one of them Ramadan cube things, whatever it's called. Ramal gift? Ramaladni something? I don't know.
That thing.
I'm making shit up. Yeah, and AIM was like, that's how I started really with RP, was through AIM. And obviously forums and what's it called? Email. That's the thing I'm looking for.
Ah.
You know email? The nifty invention you may know of. Oh fuck.
What the hell? Okay, alright. Oh, that's new.
Mantle of Upside Down Sinners. It makes me think of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I was checking that too.
I still haven't watched season 2.
I haven't watched any of it. I'm just really worried that it's gonna like trip my like anxiety, like to do with like horror and suspense stuff.
Wow. Can I close?
Yes.
Yeah.
This bitch is not giving me a fucking ancient legendary helm. All I ask. Don't think it's a lot.
There we go. Now, I should say, yeah, I learned to read by programming in BASIC when I was like 3, something like that.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I played Zork, so I learned my cardinal directions before I learned left from right.
We come from the generation of text-based RPGs.
The
Like, you had
Hitchhiker's
to
Guide to the
literally fucking
Galaxy.
type open door, use key, use condom.
What do you want to use it on?
Yeah, Leisure Suit Larry, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't play
You get
that
the
one.
plaid condom and you fucking use it on the prostitute.
Um,
If I recall.
Wow. Pretty off com for just a second. Why am I using, like, appropriate headset lingo? That is ridiculous. Like, headset lingo for, like, stage energy, because that's what you say, like, when you're gonna get off comm. It's just, like, birdie off comm.
wow.
Nerd.
Yeah, I was totally
Why
not
did I
expecting
say
that.
this here? Making my fucking cube hats. They're all shitty hats.
Okay, I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, that needs a gem in it.
Literally nothing. Why? Why are you the worst cube ever? Not even like one green. They're not even giving me one green thing.
Okay. What would you recommend as a gem for a sword?
You should always use the emerald in weapons. Always, always, always.
Oh my, okay.
That will like it will bring up your damage a lot. You'll notice.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Is that for anybody?
Sorry.
Is that for anybody or just
Yes.
for Jen? Okay.
Yeah. Green gem is always, always, always your weapon gem. Except if you're under a certain level, then the red gem makes more sense because that gives you like just a solid damage amount, I think. And a helmet is usually either a diamond or a topaz, depending on what your needs are. Because one reduces cooldown, and I think one reduces resource costs. So it just depends on what your needs are in that sense.
Wow, I have so many, I have everything. And apparently my poor dudes keep dying.
That's fine. They come back.
Bleh. Okay, I'm gonna need a new ring there. I don't know why I had that on there in the first place. Must have had good stats or something. Oh, I will I will just go over to Kadala and see how much she can rip me off.
All of it is the answer.
Yeah, it looks like you need Traveler's Pledge because you're wearing Blackthorn's neck.
When I'm rich.
Oh, yeah, I think it's, again, that was just, it had some good stats at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Not one legendary ring.
You can upgrade them in the cube though.
Do I have all of the, do I have the mats?
Probably because
Maybe.
the mats to upgrade a legendary aren't that bad, or upgrade a rare. I mean,
Ah,
it's the third tab on the recipe.
yeah, there it is. Alright, let's see what happens.
So make sure to fill and then stick the ring in and transport.
Hmm.
Unity's good for solo. You want a Unity on your companion and Unity on your passive slot, because then you share the damage between the two of you. And if
Ah,
you have
right.
The, the trinket for the companion that lets them never die, then that's how you put that together.
Yeah. Oh, goody, Nagel ring.
Yeah, that thing's useless.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get rid of!
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay, one more. Actually, I could probably do this whole thing.
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
Why are you being such a piece of shit, Cube Man?
Compass
I defended you,
rose?
Zoltan Cool.
I told you he was a shithead. I mean, if the fact that he sounds like he, gargles with concrete didn't give it away.
He probably actually does.
I mean, to sound like that?
Edginess.
Oh, hey, puzzle ring!
No.
We should do that. It'll be fun.
Will it?
Focus power and killing a monster damages increased. Huh.
Oculus Ring is good. The focus power. Except it didn't roll with any fucking strength on it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You'll have to reforge that. I think it has a slot though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're good then.
So you-
David farted.
Ew.
The cat pooped. Or did Loki fart? Might have been Loki.
Someone blame it on the husband.
Sorry?
I still say blame it on the husband.
Good. Another puzzle ring. Now let me
Yay,
get.
puzzle rings.
Now let me get rid of these things. Because I don't. This way, even if I can cube them, I'm just not gonna fool with it right now.
Yeah, no problem. Just get the mats.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I got a couple of puzzle rings that I've no problem getting rid of. Also, we never did close the not the cow level.
It doesn't close.
Oh, okay.
You can only open one per level.
Ah.
So if I wanted to use the other Ardish, then we'd have to get out and come back in. Thankfully, the vault, though, closes now after we defeat the greedy bitch.
Alright, whenever we're ready.
I'm ready. Birdie?
Did we lose a bird?
I'm here.
Okay. Hehehe. Good night, Owl. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night.
Hello.
Okay, so there are dudes here.
Yeah, sometimes they're a little emptier than other times. It seems to be pretty random.
Ooh.
Oh, blood thief, because I totally needed more fucking blood shards that are gonna be useless to me.
Of course you do.
You know, it'd be nice
Dollar loves you.
maybe, like, you could save up blood shards to get cool cosmetic items or something. Because honestly, like, re-rolling for the gambling shit, just I start to get tired of it after a while because it's just not working for me.
I bet they will after a while. I bet they'll change it so that there's something else to get.
Like, even in between seasons when you have, like, the excess of blood shards, and you're not necessarily looking to gear anyone. Are you all prepared to farm?
Oh my god.
But
Okay, so that was Mounty Burns.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting for, is it, doesn't he have a brother, Randy?
No idea.
So there are, I'm trying to remember what their names are, but I thought that was it. It's actually a reference to the movie Trading Places. The two really, really rich guys that decide to pull off the experiment are Mortimer and Randolph Duke, of trying to switch, I forget, what are the names, that Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy played. It was, Winthorpe and Valentine, I think that's it.
Oh my god, I haven't watched that movie in so long.
It's...
We usually watch it at Christmas, don't we?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! No standing and stupid!
Speaking of Eddie Murphy movies from the 80s that I love, though, fucking Coming to America.
That's a great movie.
That's one that I definitely still have some great nostalgia for.
Oh shit!
That fucking Jerry Curl commercial. Dave's quoting it now in the background.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah, no, 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 no. Ow!
Having some problems there, Zach?
Well, not if I just keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally a pretty good strategy.
I mean, you notice that I'm not as worried about her and I'm still moving around because she hits hard. I'm just looking for her little fucking goblin friends.
Ow!
Oh yeah, I got a legendary out of that one. Pick it up, oh god, she's in my way.
Ow! Oh god, okay.
I must be getting stronger because I haven't had to use my cooldown on these guys at all. Normally to get them, like, before they run
Ah,
away,
son of a bitch!
Oh, you were doing so well! Oh, you're gonna come out anyway, cause... Yay, wine!
And yay, internet!
Oh, yes!
Let's go pick up all the things.
Yay for actual internet! Woohoo! I didn't get very much for this one.
Okay, was that all? Okay, was that all? There we go.
What did the dog eat? Oh, must be, maybe it was the chips.
Out of room.
Well, I got a
I'm
fair
not
amount
smelling
there.
it now, so the cloud must be over at your... If either of you guys want, I just got a Talisman of Aeronok, which makes you immune to cold and freezing stuff. If you wanted to cube that, if you haven't already.
Let's see. What was it called again?
It's the Talisman of Aeronok. I dropped it a little bit separately from everything over here.
Oh, I don't need it.
Ooh, but I do.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, it's sitting over here. Along with other junk that I dropped.
Oh, shit. Wrong one. Let me see. If someone is trying to speak, it's coming in, like, really, really garbled. Did we just pick up GLaDOS? Oh, Addie, I think we might have lost you again. Oh, is it both of us? Oh. Maybe it's me. That would suck.
Oh no, it's back.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, y'all both were.
That's really odd. Like, Birdie, I can't hear you at all. You just
There
cut out.
went now.
No, everybody's. Are you literally putting the cat on the fucking router now? Hey, bring me a toothpick. Oh my god.
Hey, slave.
Aziz Light?
Yes. Also, you created that cloud of fart by giving him chips. I didn't suggest it. I didn't suggest it. You were the one doing it, and I happened to be narrating your actions. Yeah, and meanwhile, for me, Duck, like, I couldn't hear anything. Like, literally, it was just, and, like, robotic.
Yeah, I was hearing the same thing from you, Addie.
Weird.
Yeah. Maybe there's an update on Discord or something.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to be the materialistic weasel of the group, but I'm just wondering, like, is anybody gonna want to take all of that?
I dropped, like, all that shit.
Okay.
I've told you guys both. Don't worry about it. If I've dropped it, I already have washed my hands of it.
Right.
I don't need it.
Alright. Let's see. Running out of space again. I'm gonna have to clear this out at some point.
There's probably a lot of stuff in there you really don't need. Like, anything blue?
Oh, yeah, like, I get rid of the, like, all my stash is nothing but legendaries and sets.
And then, like, I mean, I've gotten to the point that I only keep it if it's ancient legendary, and only if I know that it's for a build that I might use. Like, I've really had to crack down on myself, because, oh my god, like, even now with trying to do that, I still am, like, very close to full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kinchi, Birdie and I have, unlimited, data plan on our phones, and so it's so nice every so often where I just want to throw something on YouTube or Twitch while I'm driving, and I can just listen to that while it's just wonderful. Oh, right, our roommate is home, so that's why we've lost a bird.
David ran away because the dog's been farting. He's like, I can't even sit at my computer. But it's like, the thing about the, like, I've noticed about dog farts is that they're like sort of a noxious cloud. So like one person can smell it, and then right next to that person is somebody else, and they won't smell a thing. So like right now, David was having a really hard time, but I'm not smelling anything right now.
Wait for it.
It might travel my way. I don't know. You'll know when I start weeping.
Oh yeah. Jeez, I have just like all kinds of piecemealed this stuff together. I've kind of been focusing more on stats than I have been set builds. Okay. I'm gonna bio break real quick while we've stopped. So,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Well, great. Now they've both left me and I'm by myself. So do I have to entertain everyone or go forth and stab? Birdie says. I can't go forth and stab by myself, can I? Well, I know. I guess I could, but I mean, the stream won't follow me because the camera's on duck. So yeah. Just gonna drink my wine. How old are your roommate's kids? Loki keeps on wandering around and I don't know why. Loki? Come here. What's your problem? Hey, sit. Sit down. No, don't hit me. Sit. Why do you keep hitting me when I ask you to sit?
Okay, I'm back.
I was worried that they were like 12 or 13 because that's when they start to really suck. But 7 or 8 is not that bad. I mean, yeah, they're loud, but
I'm so sorry you have to go through that, Kenshi. Children kind of just scare me a little bit.
meanwhile, at work on Halloween, we had 5 toddlers. 5 or 6 came from the closest. Like, as you know, I work for a daycare that has several sites around the city, and there's one that's like a couple of blocks away from us. And so they brought like 5 or 6 of the preschoolers from there, and oh my god, it was so freaking cute. One of them was dressed as a dragon, and there was a lion and a tiger, and there was a vet.
Oh, wow.
And a pirate. Was that it? But, oh my god, they were freaking adorable. I just, the energy. They have so much energy. They were all like dancing around to the Monster Mash and stuff, and like they decided that dancing was just running from one side of the room to the other. Oh my god, it was just freaking adorable.
Yeah, Kenshi, I understand Like for me, it's very much a fear thing of, oh, if I'm around children, they tend to take one look at me and then explode in either crying or various bodily functions. And plus, I also think it's because of the amount of pressure that I was given at such a freaking early age to have children.
Ew.
Like, my grandfather had been on me since I was, I don't know, 14 or 16
That's weird.
to have like 2 children.
I think my mom bugged me about it like once, like 8 years ago. Maybe no more than that, probably. And I mean, David and I haven't decided definitively whether or not we're having them, but um, like my mom's kind of like whatever you decide, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if David and I decide to have kids, we're like literally the only ones. Like my brother and his wife don't want kids, and his like both of his brothers, they don't want kids. His sister definitely won't be having kids.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin doesn't want kids along with his wife, and the other cousin is dead to us, so even if they do have kids, we're never going to know about them anyway. So
Yeah.
which I mean, it's nice because it's like still no one in my family's pressuring us, even though nobody else is having kids. Like, I mean, David's parents are like, fuck it, it's not worth it, don't worry about it, kind of thing. Like, his mom doesn't care. And my mom's like, I know she'd be like into it, but like she doesn't really, she's not invested. She's fine with the spoiling the dog, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's kind of nice that we don't have pressure in my family on either side, so that when we make the decision, we know it's our decision completely. Like, we're not trying to appease anyone. We're not going to be doing it for anybody else. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we haven't really decided. I mean, there's parts of me that are like really interested in, parts of me that really aren't. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard. But I mean, like every time that I, like when I was like working in daycares and whenever like preschoolers are around, I'm just like, I want all of them. I fucking like 2 to 4 years old. I love them so much. It's well, actually maybe like more like 1 to 4, because it's like once from like pre-verbal until like hearing their language development and like how they start to make connections and associations and how the language develops for them and just like the shit they come up with and that kind of like I find it so interesting and amusing. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be a horrible mom or a great mom for the fact that like whenever they cry, I just think it's funny.
See,
Because obviously it doesn't stress me out. It's just I'm kind of like, oops.
Someday.
I already know that I would not be a very good father. And so it's so much easier for me to just not. I mean, I have enough mental health issues that I do not need to inflict that upon another child. Just,
Well, in my case, my mental health issues are not really a concern for me. Like, there is a little bit of worry, but it's like my self-awareness and like between mine and David's ability to communicate with each other and also be like very self-aware, and the fact that we're both willing and have gone to therapy and stuff like that, I don't think that we're going to be like if we see signs of something in our child, we're going to be aware of it, we're going to see it, we're going to know how to circumvent that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if we're not going to be contributing to anxiety, if we start seeing anxiety, we're not going to be making a child feel bad for not learning the same way or not absorbing things the same way, kind of thing. Like it's going to be like, okay, obviously this approach isn't working. We have to try a different approach, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of thing that I'm not really concerned about. My main thing is my own discipline issues. But the thing is that when it comes to like at work, for example, the fact that what my job ends up being dependent on deadlines that are there for other people, that motivates me to get stuff done on time. So
Okay.
it's like the fact that I would be taking care of a human being. Like, I mean, I don't let my animals starve, and I take out my dog if I need to take out my dog. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't I don't think that it's like I'm going to be neglecting what I need to do. My main thing is that I will need to make sure that I have the support when I need the time off.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
I will need to be able to say I can't do this right now. Can someone else take care of it, kind of thing.
Mm.
Which I mean, now that we've moved into the same house as my mom, and the fact that David's very understanding and stuff, I'm like, between that, like those two factors, I think that that will probably be okay as well. So, you know, like it's just the final decision is, do we want to give up that free time and sleep and income for the next like 20 odd years?
Yeah. Yeah, I admit I'm probably a little bit selfish in that there are so many things that I want to do that just outweigh the impetus for me to ever have children. Not
Yeah,
and
which I mean, I think that's absolutely valid and fair. And it's like, honestly, when somebody actually recognizes that, then it's like, yeah, go for it. Like, don't have kids then, you know,
Yeah.
because you already know that that's like, there are things that you don't want to give up the opportunity for, which having children tends to interfere with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
What drives me nuts is I do have a few, well, I call them friends, more like acquaintances at this point, that like one of them was like, oh, nothing is gonna change. I'm gonna have kids, but everything's gonna be the same. And I'm like, you of all people should
Bullshit.
know better. Like literally, you should know better. Like I don't understand why you don't understand that, because whether you like it or not, things are gonna change. And if you don't think they're gonna change, then you're gonna end up being a shitty parent because if you're refusing to change things for your kids, then you're neglecting their needs. You know what I mean? Like they have to be a priority in your life if you want them. But you know, then it gets behind like, what are the reasons behind you wanting children? Is it for yourself or like? Well, I mean, it's always gonna. There's a factor where it is for yourself, but you know what I mean. Like, there's what does for yourself mean? Like,
Yeah.
is it like, are you living vicariously through them? Are you hoping to fulfill things that you weren't able to do, you know, by pushing them into those things? Or is it like, you know,
Wait,
I mean,
which
in my case, one of the reasons I do want to have children is because I have the potential to put a couple of good people in the world
uh-huh.
that might make a difference for the future generation, you know?
Yeah. For me, I never could come up with a reason that wasn't because it's what's expected of me. And I'm just like, if I can't come up with a better reason than that, then I don't have a good reason. And not to mention, like, all I have to go on is how I was raised.
Well,
And-
you definitely know what not to do.
Yeah, it's just that has been the cycle of father to son. You know, this is how we treat our children, and hell no, I am never doing that. I'm never going to be the cause of someone's
Lifelong issues.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw what Kat said there.
Oh, yeah.
That apparently, there's something wrong with the Twitch chat.
Huh. I tell you what, is it something's wrong with the Twitch chat itself?
Oh, we got bears and ponies.
Oh, goody! Kablooey. Oh my. Oh yeah, since you took us through the thing last week, this is now something that will show up periodically. But yeah, I'm really glad that my parents were totally okay with me not having children. It's just everybody else.
Yeah. I did get a little bit more from my aunt than I did from my mom, and my uncle's like... My uncle's difficult because it's hard to tell a lot of the time if he's joking or not. Like, he just has a really weird deadpan manner. And no, it's not too dark.
No, no.
But like, he'll kind of be like, oh, you know, like, when are you having kids? And I'm just kind of like, but are you joking? Or is it like actually, like, are you actually wanting this to be happening? Because like, he'll ask my cousin, his son, and I mean, like, we all know he's already made it very clear that he and his wife are not having children, but he'll just be like, oh, are you having any kids? And it, like, I don't know. I don't know if he's kidding.
To me, that sounds like someone is just, like, on purpose pushing that button again and not giving one shit to what you actually are saying.
I'm inclined to believe that that may be a factor for him. He's kind of passive aggressive.
Like, I'm reminded of the story that Birdie always tells of the
Ah,
like, it was
shit.
oh
What the hell? Just sorry. 1 sec.
Okay.
Something crashed.
uh-oh. We're just gonna hang out here for a second. Hopefully everything is okay on Addie's end. Yeah, Cat, that's real. That is a valid and very real thing. Hex is very much the same way. Everything okay?
I have no idea. I think what may have happened is Foof did something stupid and then ran off.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm back.
as long as kitties are okay.
Yeah. Oh, now he's coming here like, I didn't do nothing. Where's the food?
I meant to do all of that.
Ah. Block my wide open.
Yeah, there was, like, it was when Birdie and I were engaged. We weren't even married yet, and there was there were some church lady people that, like, I think this was one of the few times, like, they hadn't really talked to Birdie that much. It's just that Birdie was there, and she had on her engagement ring, and their first question was, how many children are you having?
And that's the kind of shit that I'm like, it's none of your fucking business. Who even are you people?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why people are so invested in other people's sex lives like that. And it's like, I mean, one thing that I have learned from a friend of mine who I do still, like, she is a friend, like a very close friend. When she got pregnant with her first child, she made the mistake of announcing, because of, you know, in-law pressure, that they were trying.
Oh, dear.
So, of course, then you start getting the really creepy, invasive advice from your in-laws. And like the constant questions and stuff, and it's like they're fucking tracking your sex life basically, and I'm just kind of like, that's like, why is that a thing? It's just like when people fucking start matching up their babies, like, oh yeah, that's, you know, little boyfriend and girlfriend, and I'm like, they're 8 months old. Why are you doing that?
The thing that creeped me out more than anything else was the way my family was towards me when I got engaged. Because I found out way more about both my parents and my grandparents' sex life than I ever needed to know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's fucking straight people. Like, I mean, just like the weird like gender roles and fucking like expectations, like social expectations and stuff. And it's like, okay, so now you've been dating this person for 5 days. When are you getting married? Oh, where's the wedding gonna be? What are you doing for the wedding? How are you gonna do the centerpieces? And who are you inviting? Oh, you can't invite them. And like then it turns into, okay, so when are you having babies, and how many are you gonna have? And oh, well, you have to make sure to christen them and make sure that you give them your grandfather's name, and like, you know, I'll just, why are people so fucking involved?
Like, if you want to be this involved, go have your own. Oh, wait, you already did, and how did they turn out? Oh, they hate you. Right.
It's freaking ridiculous. And that's definitely something, like, I don't know how the hell I lucked out with my family. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we have problems, and there are definitely certain things about my family that are, like, particularly bad, you know, that I just really am not. Oh god, yeah, circumcision is one of, like, oh, I have had fucking fights about that. Really, really heated arguments. And really nasty argument. Like, I mean, people have said things to me that just straight up made me want to punch them in the face. Like, I'm just like, why would you even say that about a fucking infant? Like, one of my acquaintances was arguing with me about that, and she's like, oh, well, I'm doing his future girlfriend a favor. And I'm just like, what favor is that? I don't understand. So you're concerned about how his dick looks to some other girl? Like, and also you're just perpetuating what she thinks dicks look like? Like, I don't get why this is even, yeah, no, that, like, she actually said that as an argument in favor of circumcision.
Yeah,
And,
oh my god, straight
and
people.
And the whole fucking, like, oh, well, you know, he's gonna feel bad if he doesn't look like his dad. And I'm like, why is he looking at his dad on that level? Like, why is it that he's, you know, sitting there going, oh, well, you know, there's my dad's dick and here's my dick, and I can't wrap my head around it. It's very, very strange, and I've experienced a lot of it because of a lot of the um, organizations and friendship groups that I've had in the past. And it's just, yeah. I have definitely curated my current friend group very carefully as to those kinds of weird things, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole, like, just saying that, like, oh yeah, you know, like, the moment that a girl baby and a boy baby get together, then automatically people are going, oh, look at how cute, they're gonna get married one day, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm just like, literally, you have no idea. You don't know if either of these children are going to be cis. You don't even know if either of them are going to be straight. And you are just deciding for them and then behaving in ways that reinforces what you've decided as they grow up. So they're going to end up feeling like shit their whole lives. And they're not even going to understand why for most of it, because it's just literally like those insidious, subtle little ways you're treating them. And I mean, I've worked in a children's shoe store. I worked there for a few years, and let me tell you, the amount of times that you would hear like I would see a little boy go for the pink shoe on the wall because shoes are pink and sparkly and those are attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And mom is saying, "Oh, no, no, those are pink. Those are for girls. Daddy wouldn't like that."
Like, then you need to get a new
The
fucking
kid's not
daddy.
even 3 years old. Like, they don't even have a concept of what that is, and they're already being shamed for something that they literally just found attractive and wanted to go for. And, you know, people are like, "Oh, well, you know, I tried to be, like, gender neutral with my boy, but he just likes trucks." And I'm like, okay, does he hang out with other kids? Does he go to daycare? Does he watch, you know, things and you don't really, like, take care with what he's watching?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, when you look at all those things together and, you know, maybe he's at grandma and grandpa's house or something, and they may have certain ideas about what he should be playing with and all that kind of stuff, then you're going to find that, yeah, naturally he is going to gravitate towards the truck rather than the baby doll. Because even though no one's necessarily shaming him for the baby doll, no one's reinforcing it.
Mm-hmm.
People are, with a little girl playing with a baby doll, you're literally hearing people going, "Oh, look at her taking care of the baby, what a good girl," and blah, 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 blah. A boy plays with a baby doll and people just leave him alone. So it's like, yeah, he's allowed to play with it, but he's not being given signs or signals that that's something that he should have and that he should, like, that it doesn't motivate him to seek that kind of play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've even done studies about babies, infants. So, I mean, like, not even, like, 3 months old. And, they tested people, they put the babies in blue diapers and pink diapers. And if people perceived that the baby was a boy, it took longer for people to respond to the boys crying. And they were rougher with them, like, just in general, you know, like, kind of playing a little more rough with the baby when they were, like, bouncing him around and that kind of stuff, or, like, tossing them in the air a little bit, you know, like how some people do, like, they're kind of like, "Oh, you know, baby's gonna fly," whatever.
Right.
And that kind of thing. And, like, there was literally a perceptible change that people didn't realize they were doing in treating the baby a certain way right from fucking infancy, just because of the perception of their gender. And it's like, you know, so then people try to argue to me about what's natural and what, you know, their kid is gravitating towards and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, you can't tell me that this is something that they're naturally gravitating towards, when literally it's that you're conditioning it in them from birth.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
some
every signal you're giving them, all the toys that you're letting people buy, all the colors that you're putting in their bedroom, all the, you know, like, "Oh, daddy wouldn't like that," and, "Well, that's not for you, that's for little girls, or that's for little boys." Like, you're giving them those signs and signals and messages, and I mean, what do you think a person's going to think by the time they're 14 years old?
exactly what they've been conditioned to think.
Yes. And the only reason why anybody starts suspecting that there's something up with that is when they really significantly feel that disconnect or disparity between, and they have the self-awareness for it, because obviously there are people that don't realize it until they're freaking 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you really have to have a lot of introspection for that kind of thing, where you're kind of going, wait a minute, I've been told this, and I mean, it was okay, but I never connected to it. Or I've been made to do this, and it always made me feel really uncomfortable, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's definitely difficult to protect a child from that, because it's out of your control the second they leave your care. If you have a babysitter, if you have them at grandpa's house, if you have them at school, if you have them in daycare, however anybody else is raising their child, however anybody else is believing in how to take care of a child, those messages are still going to come across. So it's like, you have to kind of do your best to mitigate or circumvent some of that stuff with, you know, whatever it is that you're able to do at home. But it takes time, and it's fucking hard.
And
That's one of the, for me, that's one of the other motivations for having children, because I want to be able to, I guess, try to affect some kind of positive change, I
Right.
guess. So it's like wanting to essentially do my best to raise a child where they're able to make their own choices, and I can trust that child to know who they are and what they want and what makes them comfortable, because it's like I have a lot of feelings about it, obviously. I get very angry.
No,
I
I,
have argued.
I totally get it. I mean, like, there's. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to play the devil's advocate thing because I really don't know how. All I can do is talk about my experiences, which were all that conformity was taught at home. It was,
Yes.
and not in a subtle manner. Oh, it was in a very, very direct manner. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
we are talking like threats of being disowned if I
Yeah,
turned
like
out to be
straight up
gay.
punishment for any kind of deviation from what they consider normal
And
and natural.
I mean, it was even like, I mean, it wasn't just that either. It was like, if you, I'm gonna get real deep here and real dark here in a minute. It was like, if I find that you've been smoking, I'm going to put you near the compost heap and set the compost heap on fire, and you can smoke that way. If I catch you with an earring in your ear, I'm going to rip it off with a set of pliers. If and it was just like
And it's like what's mind-boggling is that it's like there's so many people like that don't see why the behavior is problematic or even just it's terrifying. It's like, do you realize how deep-seated your own self-hatred is and your own fear of acting out of line is that you're being like this to a child? You know? It's like that you're like there's all that internalized hatred,
mm-hmm.
whether it's, like there are people that may not even actually be gay, but they're worried because they get any sort of like sensitive feelings or something, and like they associate it a certain way. So it's like you have to crush that. You have to remove it entirely. You can't show emotions. And it's like they're so repressed that of course they're fucking angry and like taking it out on other people because they have nowhere else to turn it.
Yeah.
And it's like
Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. You're not
yeah, I've
supposed to
heard that
cry at
one.
all. Oh my god.
Yeah. 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 It's just
Oh yeah, yeah. Kenshi, to give you an idea, my grandfather, and granted, he and we have agreed to disagree on several things, including politics and religion. Like, he helped found the, like, start up an Anglican church back in my hometown because he was one of the people in the Episcopal Church that were so appalled that people who are gay or lesbian can become priests. He was so offended by that he left the Episcopalian Church and started the Anglican Church because they believed that was a mortal sin, that or like unforgivable. And but like it wasn't just religious based. Like, I mean, hearing things of, if you turn out to be gay, I'm kicking you out of this family and you're going to hell. If you date someone that is not white, I'm kicking you out of this family and you're going to hell.
yeah.
And like that kind of hatred really does not belong in this world anymore. And yet
No. Technically, it never did, but it's like, I mean, at this point, it was there. Okay, so like, why are we not past this yet? Like, why is it that people still feel justified in being that hateful? That's definitely something that's also beyond me. And like the level of control that they want, like how and again, like it goes back to that like, which is the reason this kind of tangent went on, is like being so invasive about other people's lives, like their sex lives and their children's lives and their children's sex lives before they even have one.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all fucking involved in it and all trying to make sure that everything goes to their own very narrow specifications, which is just not the way nature actually works. And it's like, I mean, just think of like, I mean, you see it in other parts of nature, you know, like other species, and I'm not just talking about like say homosexuality or whatever. We see all sorts of things with, you know, what gender perceptions are and what it actually, like, you know, what the roles are and all that kind of thing. And there's so much variation and fluidity, and it's like, it's interesting to note that in the past, because of ideas about gender, and I'm specifically also talking about like Western um, perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
but that so like, you know, scientists from Western worlds tended to have Western points of view, and they would be observing, say, um, well, actually, even like the one article that I read that was very very interesting was about human reproduction even, and the language that surrounds human reproduction and the process, and how it was always about the sperm penetrating the ovum,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually not what happens. Like, the sperm reaches the ovum and then it absorbs the sperm and it envelops it. So it's not actually being penetrated, it is taking an active role in absorbing this thing rather than a passive role in just being penetrated. But because of that language, like, that's being colored by perception of masculinity and femininity and male and female roles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like literally the science that we're learning is incorrect because of the way that our perceptions color what language we use. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And Kinchi, yeah, I'm with you on that too. Like, on that whole it's just it goes to double standards of like you need to stand up for yourself and be able to uh you know be able to take care of yourself, but don't you dare stand up against me because I'm older than you and therefore I know everything. And oh my god. Um
Yeah, no, it definitely, it gets messed up.
yeah. And
And like I said, that's literally like one of my major motivations for wanting to have children, because I want to try to put a couple more not shitty people in the world. And, you know, if I can teach a couple of my own children to be, you know, kind and open and, you know, understanding, and also be able, you know, again, trust them to make their own choices and know themselves, then maybe there's potential for them to affect friendships that way. That, you know, maybe they have a friend who's dealing with something else at home, and then they know what to say and they know what to do, and they can say, hey, like, you know, this isn't right, and, you know, this is what my mom says, and, you know, maybe we can help you or something, you know.
yeah.
Like, I don't, I have high lofty ideals about saving the world, but
And and honestly, I absolutely commend you for being able to do that. It's more that like I don't trust myself.
no, and
Uh
I'm not trying to be like, oh well, actually you should have kids because you can do this. You know, like, that's not,
no, I'm
you know,
with you on
like,
that.
I think it's really great when people also know that they can't or shouldn't or whatever, you know. Like, another, I actually, most of my closest friends are child free. um like the three people that I hang out with the most regularly, and also another pretty close friend of mine, like, none of them are interested in having children, and it's all, you know, I mean, they've all come from kind of some trauma in their background, and they've got, you know, their own issues here and there for various reasons, and there are various fears and concerns all related to having children, and they all know themselves well enough to say it's not a good idea for me, because either A, they don't want to give up anything basically for a child, which, I mean, obviously having a child, you do have to give things up whether you like it or not. And I mean, maybe not forever, but at least for, 20 to 30 years.
Right.
um, and there are other people that it's just they know that their own mental health wouldn't be able to handle that level of commitment on that, like, for that long, right? Like, you know, depression cycles and that kind of thing can definitely affect your ability to be anything for your child. If you can't get out of bed, or if you can't or even, like, I mean, there are points where, like, depression can also make you very resentful, and you could potentially be abusive, right? And it's like, if you know that about yourself, obviously it's good that you might make that choice not to have children. And it drives me crazy that there's so many people that just don't think about those things, and they just go ahead and do it anyway. And they're like, oh, whatever. Or there
Yeah.
are people that obviously it's like, oops, and then they just stick with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, not everybody in either of those cases are necessarily bad parents. There are definitely plenty of great parents too. People do the best they can in a lot of those cases, but in others, it's definitely disheartening to see people struggle and not have the support they need, or not have the understanding that they need for making better choices and helping their children make good choices, and that kind of thing.
Um,
Yeah, I've got actually one of my friends out of the ones that I've been talking about already got their stuff all taken care of because they decided that well, I mean, they'd known since they were a kid that they didn't want children.
right.
And so I think they were 28 when they got their business all tied up.
Yeah, like I think I think at my age I probably could get the procedure without having to go through too much red tape. But that's only because I'm in my mid-30s, and I've decided for a long time that I'm not going to have kids. If I was in my 20s, no doctor would go anywhere near me, because they're like, "Oh, well, you may change your mind, and if you change your mind, you may sue me."
Except in the case of you, like in your case, it's easily reversible, and there's actually less of a chance of them having an issue with you doing it.
Right.
In my friend's case, it was kind of like, I actually didn't expect it to be that easy for them, to be honest. 'Cause they were in their like late 20s, but the doctor in question was a woman, and I mean, it probably works a little differently in Canada anyway. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
it is so hit and miss here, and especially being
yeah,
where
you have
we
to
are.
find somebody who is sympathetic to the whole thing, or at least understanding. I think that recently I heard that here there's going to be a ban on picketing. Like, people are no longer going to be able to protest outside of places where abortions are performed.
Wow. That is so opposite of what it's like here. Here, I do not know if we have a place in the state that does abortions anymore.
Ouch. It's right back to the frickin' good old days of the 70s when people were doing the back alley shit.
Apparently there is one in town.
Oh, of course, there's always going to be one. There's literally always going to be one. They can't, no matter how illegal they make it, people will find a way because they have to.
Well,
Like, you know, they of course make it a moral issue when it's actually a women's health issue. Like, I mean, there are people in Europe that definitely have their own moral problems or whatever, but abortion isn't even a debate. Like, their religious reasons or whatever aren't taken seriously.
like
Because it's framed as a health issue.
what gets me is that people don't understand that that's not the only thing they do. I mean, we're talking...
Oh yeah, Planned Parenthood is like basically getting dragged when it's like there's a lot more to it than just killing babies, I guess, is their perception, but
Yeah, because it's again, it's a very fundamentalist Christian thing of you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, and this goes against the Bible because of that. God. Right,
And
every
yes.
sperm, but what about the eggs, right?
Oh, we don't give a fuck about women. What are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake. This is Christian's return.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm channeling some salt today.
It happens. It happens.
When
Oh yeah. Oh no. Like, I'm talking about abortion specifically being framed as a health issue because obviously it can. But I mean, like, health issue can include emotional or psychological, right? I mean, if someone's not prepared to become a mother for any reason, if they don't want to have that child, we should not be forcing them to do it. Because the whole point is, this is somebody who has the self-awareness
oh,
to know that that's not something they want to do. Why would you force that child to come into a world where they're not wanted? That, like, automatically opens up a whole fucking can of abusive words.
mm-hmm.
And not necessarily, intentional abuse, because, some people just, they have other struggles. They're not necessarily trying to neglect the child or whatever, but if they have their own mental health issues or financial issues or whatever, they're just not going to be able to give that child the care they need. So it's like, just, yeah, I can't fucking, whatever. Doesn't matter. That's when you know I'm mad.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then I start swearing and not making sense anymore. But,
Yeah,
no, it's like, I mean, as far as like people choosing to say have their tubes tied or whatever, it's like I just don't understand. They're reversible procedures. Like, why? And even if it wasn't a reversible procedure, that's that person's fucking choice. There's so many kids in the world that could use getting adopted, like, it's just, why are you worrying about whether or not they're going to change their mind when that's not even your fucking choice either? Like, I mean, if you're a doctor or whatever, what the hell is it your business what they do with their lives? You might be the doctor they see once in their life and they never see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's like, oh, well, in order to allow abortions, we need to make you watch this hour-long, painstaking, awful video that won't actually change your mind. It'll just make you feel worse about yourself. Like, what the fuck is the point of that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. They want to look down on you some more. That's what it is.
Well, it's like part of it is it's a gender role thing, part of it is a religious thing, and part of it is a cover your ass thing.
And those are all kind of related, really. So, oh yeah, I know. Like, it's like you have to have a certain amount of time or something, and they're like, you think about what you want to do, and it's like, okay, thanks. So, I mean, I'm already depressed, and now I want to kill myself. Like, it's just, I mean,
As
and apparently that's the way to do it, instead of, say, like, starting the education about safe sex young, instead of being all like, oh, just don't have it. It's evil and wrong and horrible. And it's like, that doesn't make people not want to have it. That makes them fucking curious. Not to mention that you discover from a very early age what feels good. And it's like, obviously you're going to want to eventually start sharing that when hormones kick in. And, like, obviously not for everyone. I know that.
Yeah.
But, like,
the
point is that a lot of people end up experiencing that heightened interest, and it's just like, it's proof, absolutely 100% fucking proven that abstinence education doesn't work. Other countries that go with actual safe sex practices and actually provide condoms for children, like, and I mean children, like 14, 15-year-olds, like, they provide condoms, they have the lowest birth rates in the world. Like,
shit.
Like young people or whatever, teenage birth rates or whatever.
Ah, okay. The dude. Damn it! I died again.
He jumped on me after he killed you.
Oh yeah. Oh good, my kill counter is still working, and I'm gonna die again because there's nothing but stupid to stand in. Okay.
This is probably it, eh, for the night.
Yeah, this is gonna be it because like I like this is a conversation that is not going to stop.
Oh yeah, no, because I mean, like, there's a spiral of anger and like a whole bunch of related things that go along with it. Hush and I do this a lot. We start talking about this thing, and it ends up kind of always kind of going back to the same place, and then we're like, oh, there we are, we did it again.
And like I mean that's not that isn't a bad thing. I like these kinds of things need to continue to be talked about, so they don't get
Just happen to be on the conversation.
Yeah. I should also, like, I fully 100% recognize that I am not properly equipped to have this kind of conversation. Because, speaking as a guy, I have absolutely no say whatsoever in anybody's, in anybody's choices but my own. And when it involves children, I'm out.
Yeah,
And
that was a really fun conversation I had with, the guy that I was telling you that I was with him for like 3 years or whatever.
Mhm.
One of the contributing factors to me breaking up with him was the fact that he argued with me about my choice about that sort of matter. He was really, really upset that, like, I wouldn't... Basically, that if he wanted a child and I didn't, I would obviously take care of it. And he's like, how could you do that? It's my child too. And I'm like, not at that point it isn't. Like, fuck you. If you want a kid, find somebody else who wants one. Like, it's not my responsibility to, go through with it if I don't want to, because you have lots more sperm to go around. Like, this is not your only chance. And if it bothers you so much, then yeah, go fuck yourself and someone else. Because, I mean, I was at a certain age where I knew that at that time I was not ready.
yeah,
So without question, it wouldn't even been a question for me.
yeah. Yeah, I knew from an early age that if I was going to have sex, it was going to be protected because not only children, but also I was growing up during the AIDS scare, and it was just like that was an extra layer of don't do this, or not only are you going to
I remember being inundated with the terror messages.
I mean, and it's just, if I didn't go and find the information myself, I would have been in a lot worse shape.
No, and the thing is that, like, our generation, we're lucky because at least by the time we were really getting into that, the internet was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I mean, in my case, I was listening to a radio show. I think it broadcast out of New York. So it's possible that other people know about it. It was called Love Phones. I was listening to it on Detroit radio, like, I think it was Friday or Saturday nights, or possibly both. Around, I think it's like at midnight, it started broadcasting until 1 or 2 in the morning. And it was basically, it was a sex therapist and a DJ or whatever. And, because obviously he was there to provide the comic relief and she was there to provide the actual advice. And, so, I mean, and they worked really well together, actually. And so they would have people call in, and either somebody would come in asking some serious questions, about like a rash or something, or like, panic about significant other or whatever, or weird feelings. And then sometimes it would be kind of humorous, or like, somebody was just asking like, oh, what's the best position for this thing or that thing or whatever. So I was 12, 13 years old when I was listening to this. So I ended up learning a lot about sex, sexuality, and what, you know, like, I mean, I basically owe a lot to this sex therapist just because she was so friendly and non-threatening on the radio, like the way she talked, the way she answered questions, nobody was ever shamed.
Mm-hmm.
um and I learned so much, and just a lot of positive sex kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there was another one later on, but it wasn't as good. I don't know if that's the one. I mean, that could just be me. I don't know. It was just like, that's the, yeah, I think that's the other one. And then there was also local, like in Canada, there was also Sue Johansson. She had a TV show, and she also she goes around to colleges. I don't know if she still does it now because she's quite a bit older. Like, I mean, she was already old when I was watching her years ago.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, she was on like TV. I think maybe she was in the States as well, but I think she's Canadian. I don't know.
Like we had a thing in university where the resident advisor did a special weekly thing that there was a show called the Sunday Night Sex Show, and
Yeah.
it was just it was just a Q&A thing, but we never could get it on Sundays. So we had it as a rebroadcast on like Tuesdays, and so we
And
would
yeah,
like,
that older lady.
yeah,
Sue Johansson was like, I think in her 60s or 70s, like 15, 20 years ago. So, like, I mean,
yeah,
But,
this was
anyway,
back
so,
in
like-
03.
and like, I guess that radio show though was like super formative for me, and it was basically the reason I was able to give my friends advice through high school and stuff. And it really, like, that's probably what really got my academic interest in sex and sexuality, which is why I started going to school to be a sex therapist eventually.
Mhm.
Although obviously that didn't go so well for me because then I had some undiagnosed ADHD stuff going on. But
Right.
maybe one day I'll still
Oh, we have a bird
Yeah.
now. As we're getting ready to close out, we have a birdie
We have a
again.
birdie.
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah, go birdie.
I live. Sorry.
Well,
I got to hear about the madness of the symphony today. So
we can keep this conversation going a bit. We're talking about sex.
yes, please.
I mean, it's more complicated.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I overheard some of it because I occasionally would come back and yell facts at you.
Yeah, because I don't have, like, I admit, I came from a very sheltered, very controlling
right at the end. Way to go,
background.
Sheep.
That like this information was not given to me. I had to go find it, and even then, I was still shamed by knowing about it. And also threatens, threats of, like, being either, disowned or whatnot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same. I actually just recently filled out a thing about that was like, what was the nature of your sex ed? And I was like, basically Google once I turned 18.
Well, that's kind of where we were going with it. Is that like a lot of my formative education was outside of where you would expect it should come from. And so it was definitely like that radio show and some of my own research as we started to get more stuff going on the internet. I mean, not all of it was good, obviously, especially when, like, I'm a kid left to my own devices. I'm going to look up some weird shit. But, it's like there's eventually I sort of, like, I mean, I never felt like I was in a hurry to do all those things. And because I just had more of like an academic interest, and that I obviously didn't want to end up making stupid choices that would end up with, worse consequences than I was prepared to manage. So
Yes, that was very much me in high school. Like, I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
looked around and was just like, okay, I think the whole waiting until you're married thing is BS.
yes,
But I also know that I know enough. I'm not terribly educated, but I know enough to be like, You know, there's a lot of problems this could cause that do not have the resources to deal with. I will have the resources to deal with them when I get to college, and I did, and I did.
Kinshi, I think one of the something I should mention. It was one of the reasons why that threat was very popular was because my my mother my parents got divorced when I was 7, and my mother like actively left, and so there was already that early sense of abandonment, and then just throw a good heaping pile of rejection and forced abandonment as a threat on top of that, and it's a great controlling tool, let me tell you. And I say that in sarcasm because that's yeah, Birdie, we got dark for a while.
Yeah, I overheard.
Which is okay, you know, it happens sometimes, and you just have some nice, healing yet rageful conversation.
Yeah, I think this is all just it. I hate to use the word triggered, but because of the very poignant emails that we got this week for the upcoming Thanksgiving.
Right, that fun shit.
Wow, that's some MacGyver shit right there.
That is some pretty good shit.
Uh-oh. What is it,
Like,
Kaylee? Oh.
it's so funny to me that adults end up being so fucking, like, freaked out about that shit, and they're just like, oh, you know, we have to protect the children from all this stuff, and I'm like, when you're protecting them by not showing them anything, you're A, creating more questions, and B, creating this whole veil of mystique around it that makes it very attractive and interesting. So of course, that's when kids end up having to do their own fucking research. And some of them find the good stuff. They find good research and, you know, maybe a little bit of the weird things, but they're actually able to find some good information. And then there's the ones that just don't find anything good, and they end up going down like a really terrible porn spiral, and they get all the wrong ideas. And it's like, you know, you end up with all sorts of freaking problems, and it's like, how did this happen? I did everything I was supposed to. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. You failed. Go home.
Do we want to do a puzzle ring?
Sure.
Puzzles?
Do you have one on you? Oh, yep, I guess you do.
Yeah. Oh, good. There's lots of people.
Hi, friend.
Didn't even break the freaking gold over here. Jeez. Start.
I panicked!
So you run towards the danger.
I wanted to make the numbers do the numbers.
Then play Rift and play Menugo. The numbers just go up. And you get that nice friendly robot voice telling you how good of a job it is.
Oh, Jesus. It's these.
Have some dopamine as a reward. You're really good at making the numbers go up. While I mash some buttons.
Oh, God, there's still one. Oh, no. Get back here.
It's fine, I got you.
I got you, fam. Holy shit. Okay. I'm
There's a lot
gonna...
of death breath.
And there we go. Alright, alright.
Back to town.
Back to town.
Yeah, I don't pick up, like, any yellows or blues. Like, where am I at mat-wise with that? I have 15,794 reusable parts, 20,198 arcane dust, and 14,023 veiled crystals. So I think I'm okay.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm shocked, actually. I haven't looked at it.
I'm at 14, 18, and 20.
Let's see. I'm at 16, 26, and 21. And I've got 1,000 Death's Breath and 1,000 Forgotten Souls.
Yeah, I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what? When I'm like not in playing this season, I'm just too fucking lazy to worry about it. I don't want to go back to town. And more Death's Breath. And yeah, if I see veiled crystals and reusable parts and stuff dropping on their own, then I grab those. I just
Right, I
don't.
can't kill anything.
Sorry?
Right, I can't kill anything.
Oh,
I like ran on up there and it's just like, what am I doing up here?
is there?
Oh shit.
On the other side? Weird.
I'm trying to participate.
Gold star.
Gold Star, you tried.
Oh man, did I tell you guys that I like played through that Doki Doki game?
No.
No.
Oh my god. Do you know about Doki Doki Literature Club?
No.
No.
Okay, so I mean, this game is obviously like, you know, really cutesy dating sim type thing with Japanese style. Except that it comes with a trigger warning at the beginning of the game, and it is considered a psychological horror.
Great.
Oh dear.
Oh man. Now this is a game that I highly recommend. Like, the only thing that I will say is that if you have issues
Shit!
like talk of suicide, then don't play it.
Ah.
But other than that, I wouldn't say there's any like major. Oh, I forgot to farm her. I started killing her.
I must heal. I wish I could do that.
Oh, I'll stop now, I guess, for what good that does. Anyway, but yeah, it's interesting. It legitimately unsettled me. I did not expect to be unsettled by this game.
Oh
But
god.
here we are.
I love stuff like that, though.
Oh,
where it's
yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
that's the best
It was-
one, where it's just like, I was not expecting what I got.
Ah shit! I happened again.
I was expecting that, however.
Ah.
Yes. I'm laughing because of what she just said on the chat there.
Yeah, there's a reason why I have a kill counter. I just wish that this game would like let me center in on other people.
Ow.
Oh,
Oh, well then.
Bird down.
bird down.
Well, I killed 2 goblins at the end there anyway. So that's all fine.
Help.
Help.
It's not letting you revive?
No. Oh, now it will. Okay. Apparently, you have to actually open the chest before it'll let you revive.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We just wanted
yeah.
attention.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm lonely.
But yeah, no, this game like starts out so cute. And you know, you gotta pick which one you want to romance and all that kind of stuff, and it's just I recommend it if you can deal with the one major warning I give. Because pretty much, like, I mean, the other stuff would just be, like, disturbing imagery and gore and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no big deal.
Right. Let's see, obsidian ring. Interesting. Ugh, why do I keep getting black thorns? And get rid of that thing. Oh yeah, Bird, I don't know if you, I don't know if you were here or not for this, but, Ken Q on YouTube is a cat.
Oh, hey, kitty cat.
Yeah, because there were some issues with the chat apparently
Mm-hmm.
in well, Twitch.
Oh dear. But yeah, it is actually getting pretty close to bedtime for me anyway.
Yeah, I honestly am not long for this world either because I was up super early this morning to go and have blood drawn just because they want to make sure I still have blood, I guess.
It's still there.
I guess that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the doctor for what I term speaking of sex ed, I term it the hands in new places exam.
Necessary.
Yeah, so I had to go and do that, and then he was like looking at my chart and he said, "When was the last time you had like blood work done here?" And I was like, "Honestly, man, I don't remember." I think it was like when I started college because I had to have a full physical. And he was like, "Yeah, you're in your 30s. Let's go ahead and just get a baseline, shall we?"
I have literally never had a full physical in my life that I remember.
I think I've only had the one. Well, now two. I actually was like, let's do a full one with this one. And then he was like, "Yeah, and I actually have never done blood work on you. So
I had one in high school, and then I had one about, what was it, about 5 years ago, I think? But the second one I asked for, and our GP was like, "I don't really need to get a physical from you. Wait until you're 40, and then we'll start dealing with regular tests and whatnot." I'm like, okay, doc. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I'm yawning now, so it's probably time. So next week,
I'm good with same time, same station.
because we start season 12 next week.
Damn right.
Yay! I'm playing Wizard. I'm so excited.
I'm going back to Crusader because I like throwing hammers.
I still haven't decided.
You like probably have all of the sets.
No. What is it? The Seeker of the Light, that's the one.
Oh no, I'm in Addy.
Oh yeah.
She didn't even get me started on that. I'm like, wait, blood work you couldn't afford? What? Oh, right. Anyway, yeah, I just don't know what I want to play. I don't really play to get the sets so much as just to play what style I want to play. That's what I decided yet. Because none of the rig sets are really attracting me right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But that sucks because then it's like, I mean, that's the easiest way to get the set. But if it's like, if none of the sets are the ones that appeal to me, that means I have to farm for the one I want, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh well.
Oh, and so something else that we're going to have to decide on, and I'm going to say it now because it's going to take us a week, or at least it'll take me a week anyway. What are we going to call our characters?
Oh yeah.
I
We'll
just
have to
read the
converse.
ones that I have.
Duck and I in the past we usually have a running theme.
Yeah, like this one, let me go through. I'm actually gonna get out so I can take a look. Let's see. This one is named Theseus. Let's see. What do I have? I have Kibith and Hedge are necromancers. I've got Varus, Doctor Strange, Fitz, and Seldzar as wizards.
I have a witch doctor named Gemma Simmons to go with your fits.
Yeah.
True facts, Matt. True facts.
And I have a Clore, and I have the one I was just playing on is the cavalry.
Oh yeah.
I just like behindthename.com everything, so I don't even remember what the meanings are behind all of these names. I just know that they are relevant to the particular class. So I've got like necromancers named Erebus. My monk is Huishin, which is what I named my monk in WoW as well. So I assume that that's probably relevant. Shamira is my crusader. Philomena is my barbarian. Cecily is my demon hunter, probably because I just like the name Cecily. My wizard is Adonis because I was conceiving him as very full of himself in my head. So, and then my witch doctor, I have two of them. One is Themis and the other is Akris. And then other characters that don't matter. Well, they're all hardcore characters. Well, my one witch doctor, Aklis, is a hardcore character.
Oh my god. I will never play hardcore.
Oh, but it's so fun! Except once you die, you're done forever, and you have to start over again.
Yeah, there would be no counter. It would just be like, and 3 minutes in, okay, gotta make a new character. Okay, another minute in, make a new character.
Yeah, I only played hardcore for like once I think 2 seasons I played hardcore. Because I have, like, my Paragon level on hardcore is 464. So,
damn.
Obviously I got somewhat far. And I've got a witch doctor, a crusader, and a demon hunter, and they're all max level, so they made it. I did die a whole bunch of times. Like, when I was creating my witch doctor, I think my first 3 or 4 died before I even hit, like, level 20. It was a hard time. But finally she made it all the way to the end. And actually she's really like the thing about hardcore is that you build your character very differently, and the gear that you value is very different. Like, I mean, in regular, you're all about the fucking damage, obviously. Like, you don't, like, I mean, I don't even care so much about like life per hit or like life regeneration or whatever. I'm just like, I just want the points, the hit points. But like, I mean, there's gear that I would fucking just destroy in a second in regular that I am like coveting in hardcore. And plus, like, you do not go up in difficulty on the same level. Like, you take your time. You don't want to overdo it. Because obviously you don't want to, you know, like get to a level where you can't deal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatever it's gonna throw at you. So, you know, I mean, there's an appeal to it in a sense, depending on what you're playing for.
Well, I think we're gonna call it here because I just realized I have another game that I need to install. I picked up StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty for like $7, so I'm gonna get that going overnight.
Oh, right. You've never played it before.
No, like I haven't even finished the first one.
Oh my god. Oh, you need to finish the first one because like story important things. Yes.
Okay. All right. So
yeah, and tomorrow I have to start learning how to play Mortal Kombat X because I have a 19-year-old to beat the crap out of.
In the game. We should just say in the game.
I've got to continue watching that Taiwanese drama.
May your sanity be forever wrapped in bubble wrap.
I like my guilty pleasure Asian drama. Okay, like they're.
Hey, I'm not judging you for it. I just am
honestly,
wishing your sanity well.
But it's like I feel like this show would actually be really, really good if they just removed that whole cross-dressing element thing. Like if they actually just made the character a guy, it would be really good. Because literally everybody's responding to her as if she's a man and being okay with the relationship. Like that things seem to be developing between the two main characters, and they're all kind of like, okay, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I mean, literally this could be so good. But they're gonna undo all of that progressive thought and all that stuff when, you know, she turns 26 and has to tell everybody she's a woman, or rather finally gets to. You know what I mean?
Oh, we've got people that are heading out and saying goodnight to us, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight then.
Yeah, sorry, I never shut up. You all know that. You know that. So, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good
We'll
night,
see.
everybody.